Hey, welcome in. I just saw we got a viewer now back from vacation. How you doing? Checking in, trying to keep the Mystic Manifesting community family going. It's just one person now. I'm trying to wait for everyone to get in for a second, but how are you doing? How's your day? What's your mystic moment of the week? Anything you manifested this week you want to talk about? Let me know. I'm trying to get a good angle. I'm sitting in a garage, not at the condo today. Just got back from my trip to Puerto Vallarta with my SP. Got this new lighter. Gonna test this out. I don't know how this works. I feel like an idiot. There we go. This side? So it's just one tap, I guess. I don't know if you're entertained by this. Or we're waiting for people. Do you got anything that you want to talk about? Manifesting, questions, anything? This cheap ass thing is like, let's see, maybe if we just reopen it. I feel like a fucking idiot. All right, why is it not working? Does it need a charge? Oh, see, we got a second viewer now. Oh, we lost a viewer. Basically, this is the lighter I got out there. It's supposed to light up. Maybe. But why is it not going? Let's see. The directions are... The system starts when the LED lighter turns lit during usage. Will stop power transmission. Hey Sally, how you doing? I don't know if you're still in here. I'm trying to see, do I got good reception or what? Hold on. I'm gonna make sure I didn't lose no one. Hey Tim, how you doing? You got movement Thursday? Friend texted me, ran into Max, said some nice things about. Hey, that's perfect, Tim. I'm happy to hear that. See, that's what we're talking about. Stay persistent. Oh, I have to drop this. You never know. Hold on, I want to make sure I got good reception, so I'm gonna switch to data. Don't say it like that, Tim. Don't say that's all I got because, all right, because I'm guilty of it too. We all, I think we all do this at times. But one of the things I would say would be, like myself, I'm guilty of it too. So it's like I just got back from a trip with SP where we talked and like obviously it's the same thing where it kind of comes back around to the 3D and like sometimes we want to say stuff and we want to say stuff to our SP to try and make things happen. So I was trying to like force relationship almost again, trying to say like let's move it there because I fear third party or other people coming in. She assured me there's no one else. It's just me, but she don't want a title. Okay, right, that's what I want. A title. So like Neville tells us there's nothing you could do in the 3D. Well, we have to look at what the positives are. So okay, my SP and me went on a trip. She bought me I don't want to get like too much into it now, but just because you brought it up, Tim, I want to, because I don't know if more people are coming. Spent like in the trip, bought me this pendant. It cost a lot of money. And it's like, that's great movement. But we get back and then her daughter says something about, oh, your boyfriend, Nick. And she goes, we're not dating. But really, it's like, what does everyone see? It's like, what everybody sees is we are. What do I feel we are? How does she act like we are? Everything is, but she won't put a title. And I think it is because if there is possible, well, that's a negative thought. But, all right, so I'm just telling you my point. I know I bounce around a lot, and I got airplanes over here, and my ear's still kind of fucked up from the plane ride, so it's hard for me to hear. But for you, Tim, I would say, don't say that's it, because that's something. Okay, so for me, all these little things I had going for me, those were positives. So you have to look at them, be grateful for them, and then even in your imagination, blow it up that it's even more better than it really is. So she said all these great things about you, and she asked for your number, all that. So look at it like that. Like, start telling yourself a better story, Tim. Let's see what Sally say. Just got home with my doggie. She had an operation yet. Hopefully she's doing good, Sally. I just got back and finally seen my doggies for the first time in a while. And what does 5 mean, Tim? My new SP is live. How you doing, Inked? How you doing, beautiful? I'm trying to figure out how to light this new thing I just bought out there. It's a new lighter, but it's like all in Chinese and stuff. And it must be dead. It must not work. So maybe I'll just light the big one. Oh, Tim, you're saying it's been 5 months and you don't see, and that's the most movement you saw. Well, remember, how long did I wait? Like, mine's going on almost, it's 1.5 years now. And I would go through periods of having, like, when I get really strict on my stuff, I feel like there's a lot of wavering. And I feel like on your part, same as all of us at times, though, but on your part, there's been a lot of wavering. And maybe you don't stay true to it, but it seems like now you've been sticking kind of true and consistent to it. And since you've been doing that, you got movement. Okay, so now take this. That's what I'm saying. Blow it up. Make it great. Start visualizing your end scene every night. Fall asleep with that end scene for 2 weeks and tell yourself in 2 weeks that's going to be it. If nothing happens in 2 weeks, what did you lose? You had 2 weeks of falling asleep great every night and in a good peace of mind. If nothing happens, you've learned that you can live without your SP for 5 months. Yeah, it hurts, but you learned you could get by. It's not going to kill you. It's not going to be the end of things. You learned you don't need them. She's a cherry on top of your life. It's not your whole life. We all get guilty of it. I am too at times. That's good to hear, Sally. I'm happy to hear that. Let me try one thing. I'm going to read this. The LED light will blink successfully in case of undervoltage. Oh, blinks. I think they're supposed to mean consecutively in case of undervoltage, which means the battery... They spelled batteries wrong and badly need recharging. So does it at least give me? I bet you it does not. Oh, it does. Hey. Okay, so we'll light the little cigars with that for now, and then we'll go through this because I got a cigar. I bought it on the streets of Mexico and see how that turns out. Let me see what Tim had to say. That's the problem. Still got some pain. Kids hated Becky's. Well, the thing is, like, I feel like there always will be pain, especially if it's a person we loved, and you're going to be thinking about that person. I'll be right back. I'm stepping over here. If you really love that person and you've been with that person for a while and you got all those memories and stuff, there's always going to be pain. Even if you don't reconcile or you decide you don't want that SP anymore or whatever the situation is, you'll still always feel some kind of love, I think, for that person. But especially, like, the thing is... What did I say? You're learning to... You're always going to feel some kind of love for them, I believe. And you're going to feel that pain. But the more you move on to someone else, it's going to be easier. For me, I didn't want to move on to anyone else. And I don't want... But I also kind of don't want my SP at times. There's so many bad things about letting the old story go. It's hard to let an old story go. It's hard, and you're going to get stuck in it. But let me see what you said here. Third party, and I called... her by my previous access name, and she broke up with me. A third party, and I called her by my previous access name, and she broke up with me. That's I'm kind of confused by that, Tim. The third party and you called her by your previous access name, and she broke up with you. I don't understand that. But that's. Either way, it's a circumstance or a condition, and I feel like you're stuck in that circumstance/condition. You have to, take what you have right now. So if we're focusing on circumstances and we're focusing on pain and we're focusing all that, focus on the good. No matter what those circumstances are, whatever happened, because I don't even need to know your previous story. If you've been sitting hard in a mental diet and you just got good confirmation from a friend that you trust that he ran into her at the store and she had nothing to say about good things, that means it's working, but it might take time to go. I spent all of May, all of June, all of July, all of pretty much all of August. I spent 4 months without my SP. Then about 3 to 4 weeks in just the friend zone playing fuckhead games, and finally got movement to where I am now. And now I'm spending 1, 2, almost 2.5, 3 months, or November's over, so 2.5, 3 months in the almost boyfriend stage. So it's like all that rebuilding from like being fully committed before, which lasted about 3 months. But before that, we were apart for nearly 2 months. And there was a third party and stuff like that. So when you switch your mindset, when you switch what you're living in, that's what happened. Oh, she broke up with you because you called her by your previous ex's name. Well, first of all, without even manifesting, that's a bullshit reason to break up with somebody, especially if you were fresh off a breakup with that other person or whatever. I think that's a bullshit reason to break up with you. But it could have also, if everything is us and the world reflected out, that's her pushing out what you believe. Did you maybe feel that there was issues with the relationship before? Were you anxious? Were you all that stuff? Something could have pushed out. Or sometimes we don't know when it pushes out, but it feels like maybe that may have happened. Let's see what Ink said. Love or at least appreciation for that person leading you to how you learn how to make your dreams come true. Love or at least appreciation for that person leading you how you learn how to make your dreams come true. Yeah, I agree with you, Inked. Been affirming internally, seeing crazy results. That's awesome, cinnamon cheesecake. I've been, I think I released that video. Did I release my affirming one? Because I have one more video to release. I should have been uploading that right now while this was happening, but then I didn't make no tags or nothing for it. But I should be putting that one out right now. I do have already recorded video. I might record one now. I do have, it's only 3 of you right now, but I'll tell the story in a second. My SP called me his ex-wife's name once. Yeah, I feel like it's hard or like annoying and like if they do that. But if you really care about the person, they're not going to leave you. So I'm saying like maybe it was some old story projected out on Tim's story. 2 years into the relationship, a couple weeks later, was in another relationship. Yeah, sounds like possibly you had something going, or maybe you spiraled and real quick, like it led her to another person, or there was possibly, if you were thinking negatively before, it was setting up like that. Let me like this real quick. I'm getting a bunch of comments because that new thing is not working. But I'll tell you guys a success story in a second that involved me being used as the conduit for somebody else's success. Yo, man, you're great, Aston. Yo, man, your guy is asked now if they can train with me. Which guy asked if they could train with you, Hashan? My kids call me by their step monster's name all the time. Step monster. Oh my God, like you can see how cold it is out here in Chicago. I got breath going. She wishes she was as beautiful as I am. She stared. What am I falling off on, Tim? What did I miss? People hitting me out of nowhere, been affirming I'm happy, married to my SP. Good work at a place. The dude gave me good news. He's getting married, BBL, and just today got one of my colleagues said, you should get married. That's awesome, Cinnamon Cheesecakes. I'm trying to remember if I've seen your name around the lives before. I feel like I haven't, but I'm happy to hear your results. Have you been watching the channel for a while, or have you used any of the techniques we've discussed on here? She started a new job, and I was insecure, so I manifested that new person. Okay. Okay, that makes sense, Tim. Yeah, because, I mean, every time I would start fearing, even right now, so we're like in the friends with benefits stage, right, which is what I originally wanted. Then I wanted commitment, and because I was just trying to prove a point for the channel, right? We talked about the ego manifesting and stuff before. So I didn't give a shit if she was with whoever. I wanted it to be me. I wanted her to chase me and stuff like that. But every time I would be insecure, no matter, like, within 12 hours, I've seen her change within 12 hours from the girl of my dreams to fucking complete bitch in 12 hours, and then fucked somebody else the weekend after. Then I did some revision and stuff, and I brought up the story, And she goes, I don't even know. In Mexico, she kept saying, I really don't know what you're talking about. So, because I brought it up while I was drinking. I drank a lot in Mexico, had some moments of relapse, reaction. Some of the members on this channel, like Hashan and Inked, I do talk to you guys personally and stuff like that. So, what's it called? Ink does know that I was reacting hard as fuck when she was like the first night. I drank some drink called mezcal, and it made me emotional. I got teary-eyed and shit like that. She was kind of drunk too, and a lot of reaction to 3D, but it's weird. Some stuff I tried to revise, it doesn't make sense how it's gone. And like, it's like, because in the 3D you think, oh, maybe she's just being a bitch and lying, but she's not lying because she seems like 100% true about that. One of the stories where I know she was with someone else, another one where I know she was with someone else. This one she didn't remember, but the other one she seems to acknowledge. But the other one right here, it's weird. It's weird how that kind of got revised out. My workouts are so effective and brutal that a guy visibly stronger and better than me was like, can he work in with me? I'm not bragging, just gratitude. That's awesome, Ashan. See, I've had that before too, where like in the gym, if you're feeling good about yourself, that means your self-concept is getting strong as fuck, and you're going to be seeing even more results soon. Believe that, hold that in your head, you know it's true. I've been affirming internal. Oh, wait, did I go all the way up? Plus, I barely. Oh, wait, no, I didn't. We're getting a lot of comments. Bro, it helps me a lot. Plus, I barely script now. I just affirm internally. Helps me a lot to stay focused and to flip things immediately. Yeah, it does. Like, the inner conversations are great. I don't know if I talked about this. I'm going to do a video on inner conversations because I learned them from Katie from Create Your Futures, and those are fucking good as shit. Like, I love to do those. It's where you could get into a full conversation with your SP or whoever you need to influence and just talk with them. You know, I thought my life was over if I didn't get my old SP. He introduced me to the new one, and I'm still safe. I'm good. I create my own happiness. No one or nothing can make you happy. You decide. Yeah, exactly, Ink. That's a beautiful way to put it, that we don't need these people. We can survive. And I can tell you, too, from going through all the ups and downs of manifesting a person back and seeing that you have everything. It is a mirror. You are reflecting it. The hard part is if you're someone anxious like me, if you're someone like who overthinks like me, it gets hard because all of it is mind control. We have to control our minds. We have to control our thoughts, and that will keep us in our desired reality. Right now, actually, I'm back at my parents' house. Because on a sad note, something that seems very hard to manifest. Neville says we come on time, we go on time. My grandfather's very sick, so I'm back at the family house and stuff like that. So I'm sitting out here, and there were many times I was sitting out in the same garage, smoking cigars, thinking, contemplating my SP, and getting into feeling states, and it would always be right before she came back around. Now, if you just tuned in and stuff, like I said, we had a great trip. Everything went well. We felt like boyfriend, girlfriend. Also, if you want to watch too, I didn't make it yet. I'm going to make it, put it all on private and everything. And then possibly share it with the TikTok following of the comedy stuff. And like, I really have to see what's going on and get in the right feeling state before I do this. But we discussed doing a vlog together because we both like to travel. We've been traveling together, and we got a lot of stuff we can vlog. So I brought it up. She said yes, and she was very enthusiastic. Our banter was great. It made like the relationship feel stronger. We showed it to her family when we got back home. And it seems like it'll do good. So if you guys want to see that, let me know. I don't know if that will help any of this or not, but that's something I'm thinking about doing. Because like she was like, oh, well, if it takes off and like, you know, maybe we could do it full time. And I said, you know what? I said, I can make anything happen in this world. She goes, I don't know how you do it, but yeah, somehow a lot of things that you say come true. And it's kind of also this too. Like I said, the chain that she bought me or the necklace she bought me out there. I have... I had a thing written down in a notebook. Notebook's at the condo, so I don't have it with me. She told me, I wrote down, she buys me gifts all the time. She didn't buy me a shitload, but this was expensive, what she got me. I bought her a bunch of stuff when we were out there, but she don't make much money compared to what I do, so it was very nice. And I had this idea while we were headed there. Like sometimes we talk about divine interaction or inspired action. I got inspired action to doing a vlog to her, and it felt so natural, and I felt like she was going to say yes, and she did. So we created one, but I need to edit it, put it together, and make it look nice and stuff like that. And it's kind of re-inspired me to get back into my filmmaking, like more serious filmmaking and writing and all that, and I called her my muse and stuff like that. So, I mean, overall, if anything, I got to keep that feeling state. Whether she comes or goes, hold that feeling state of creativeness and whatever. If she doesn't want to do the vlog, throw it away, whatever. because we still have the Mystic family, and we still have the Mystic family. And if you want to go follow the comedy stuff and motivation, you have the Flex Entertainment family there too. I try to motivate and do all that stuff too. But let me slip up here. I'm missing a lot of comments. I want you to react sometimes. I want you to react sometimes. You punctured your pec. You deserve it. Yeah, my brother. Yeah. I guess sometimes I do earn it with falling apart. But I tore this pec over another SP, which I don't even speak to anymore. But I feel like I do not feel like I know I can, because if I came back with this one, that one would be a piece of cake to get back. Yeah, that's some strong stuff. Yeah, she said that was some. Yeah, I think I did message Ink when I was fucked up too. Have seen a lot of birds before land. Swear to God, bro. That's awesome, Cinnamon Cheesecake. Because Cinnamon Cheesecake's getting movement off just affirmation. So it doesn't matter what. Everyone will ask me, like, what technique's best? What technique's best? Whatever fucking works for you. I like visualizing sats and all that stuff like that. But I've been using some affirmations here and there. We're seeing major movement for Cinnamon. And I will tell, actually, affirmation story, success story. I just want to get through all these comments, see if I could. Okay, there's a lot of comments. Let me stop them here. If you're still here, wait around, because I'm going to get to your comment. I just want to tell this story. I'm trying to keep things organized somewhat. But I did promise I'd be on here to do a live, and we could all catch up. Talk about whatever's going on, motivate each other, all that. So my brother, I go down to Mexico. He didn't picture me doing this or anything. But me and my brother used to play chess as kids. We got back into playing chess recently. Went to Five and Below or whatever, picked up a chessboard, played it. And I was going to Mexico, so I said, all right, I had fun. Give him the keys to my condo. I said, go return this one. It was missing a piece. We had a spare one we bought, and I said, keep that one, return that one. He said he went to Walgreens, picked up another little cheap one for himself, because, like I said, my grandpa was sick. He played it with the family over there. I'm in Mexico, and we go to a jewelry shop, and I didn't see this when we went in. We were in there for a minute, and me and SP were in there. I'm buying her like this nice jewelry and stuff like that. I bought myself this chain. I bought the chain. She bought the pendant. They're put together. It's pretty expensive. So I bought the chain there. We're putting stuff on her. We're looking around. And then as she's going through talking to the guy, because she speaks fluent Spanish. So she's speaking Spanish. I got my stuff already kind of all set up. And I look over. I see a chessboard. And I feel like I should buy that for my brother. I kept pulling me. Like, my brother likes a bunch of stuff. Why do I keep feeling pulled towards him? I'm like, well, we did start playing it again. And I look over, another chessboard. And I started looking like every other shelf, chessboards everywhere. I'm like, man. I'm like, you know what? Throw a chessboard on there for my brother, too. And then she's like, oh, your brother likes chess? I said, yeah, we both used to play. So I'm going to get my brother this. I got to my family's house earlier today and gave my brother the chessboard. And it's very nice. It was expensive. It was a nice, expensive chessboard and homemade and like hand carved and stuff like that. And we just played a couple rounds of it actually right now. He goes, you know what's funny? He goes Wednesday or Thursday, and I can't remember if it was Wednesday or Thursday. I got there Wednesday, and I think it was Wednesday, but he thought he was thinking this on Thursday, so I can't remember which day, but it happened around the same time. He goes, I had a passing thought, and I said, wouldn't it be nice if I got a brand new chessboard that was very nice and high quality and stuff like that. He had it, and that's the wouldn't it be wonderful Neville technique. He bought himself one that was average and had it and was grateful for it. And he said, wouldn't it be wonderful if I got a nice chessboard? I came in here and he goes, man, that's crazy. And I told him, he's inside the house right now. I said, if you want to step outside, I'm doing a live stream with Mystic Manifesting. He knows about the channel and stuff. And I said, you want to tell some success stories? He goes, what success stories do I have? I said, think back to everything in your life. He goes, oh, wait, we just talked about it. And I said, yeah, actually, someone's coming right now. Might be him. But he did say that or maybe I manifested him to come out here. But he did say that that's what he wanted. He had the feeling and attention. I became the conduit for it. So this is all, everyone as you pushed out. This was just me doing what he needed. And it's not a big deal for me. It felt natural to me. I liked doing what I did. And same thing with your SP. Same thing with anyone else who you want something from. You're going to get it. It's going to come. It's just they're going to feel it was natural on their idea. I felt it was my idea. That he would not expect this. It's going to be a surprise. But he was saying, wouldn't it be wonderful if I had one? Which is the Neville technique. Okay, so let me go back because I'm kind of behind in comments. Bottom line is she broke up with third party plus her kids don't want us together. Is there an affirmation that will cover this? Okay, for Tim. Yeah, I think that's where I left off with Tim. Tim, if you're still here, affirmation to cover this is everything is always working out in my favor. I posted a video about this. Everything is always working out in my favor no matter what. And that when you see something bad happen, smile and laugh or as best you can to do that and say, even when things are horrible, it's just another way for me to get what I want. The bad things create good things. These are the affirmations I've been fucking around with that actually have been doing. So like today, even when my SP goes, well, we're not official to her daughter about me and her. Instead of taking that as, oh, she's going to try and fuck around with other people. Take what she said that she ain't seeing nobody else besides me. Take that she did, and then lose the part where she didn't want a title. Because like I said, I'm switching what I want, but I still flake back and forth because I would sometimes, part of me does want to see other people too, but I don't. Part of her, I think, still wants to see other people, but doesn't. So it's whatever I feel she's doing. It's like I see exactly. And then she even says like, and then today I started feeling maybe she wouldn't want to do the vlog. Maybe she wouldn't. She goes, maybe put it together first. So because I'm waver, when I waver, it's weird. When I waver, this is how I know manifesting works. If I waver, she wavers. And she goes, you know how I get in weird attitudes and I switch personalities? And she goes, I know it's just weird. And it's like, you ever notice a common thing when people break up? One of the most common things they say, oh, they were bipolar. They were bipolar. Why are people switching personalities and disappearing like that? And like, oh, I feel like I don't even know you anymore. Because another version was created. Like, that's what I'm seeing now. Because like I said, I've never really had a serious relationship before. I never really cared or paid attention to it until I met this SP. And I see everything you think is directly reflected. And sometimes it takes a long time. Patience is key. Patience and time are the strongest keys to a warrior, or the strongest assets to a warrior, which was a Stoic quote that I read one time, and I think I even made a short about that. So remember that. Anyway, it's always working out in your favor, Tim. Keep that one. It's always working out, no matter how bad it gets. And the worse it gets, the more it works out in your favor. Hold on, I'm way off in the comments. I'm reading them. Send in your comments stuff if you want. Yeah, what Cinnamon Cheesecake says too about having things on loop in his head all the time. That's how it gets. When you start knocking these affirmations out where it's easy, I would dream my affirmations. My affirmations would be going in my head when I was sleeping. And you also have to revise. Sometimes you revise dreams and stuff too. I had a dream last night. SP came over and slept over. And like I would have this thing where it's like, I had to think about like, oh, maybe I'm not good at sex or whatever because I'm friends with her best friend too. And she said something about, I tell you guys way too much, but she said, oh, he's not that good at sex or whatever. But I mean, coming from someone who is 15 years older than me, been through probably more dick than I've seen pussy, that it's been way, like I'm not a player or been out there. She's good looking and she's 40, so she's been around longer. So whatever. I always had that fear. Then it was reflected through, then her friend said that though, she said something about it's and it's like, well, I do know sometimes it's good. And other times I know it's not. But that was something I had stuck in my head. But then also she'll say stuff like, oh, I'm not in the mood and stuff. So like I would always, every time we'd be together, I would always be like pissing her off or annoying her, trying to be like, oh, you ready to do something now? Want to do something now? Like always trying to like flirt and do something because I think, okay, I got to like have, and then I would pressure myself into doing it because it's it's all 3D stuff. Again, trying to, oh, I have to give her really good sex and then she'll be with me forever. Or I got to get her to have sex right now. It's like, no, last night I actually just laid. It was peaceful. We were laying together. I had good dreams, dreaming about like future and stuff like that. And like 3D reflecting back. But I had one nightmare in it where she said, I want to see whoever I want. And she got kind of mad and snapped. And I kind of internalized that. Took it for fact. And then the rest of the day, she was kind of, the morning, she was weird. Well, she was fine in the morning because I flipped it on its head right away. Then I started thinking about the dream again. Then she got weird again. And when we went to breakfast, I was telling her about how excited I am. I'm glad things are working out. I know we're not official or anything, but I feel like we can move to that direction. And talking about we were talking about doing our vlog together and stuff like that. And she just randomly started crying, and she wouldn't tell me why, what was bothering her. She said she had something else in her mind. So now I could take that there's something else in her mind, or take the first thought that I had was she feels guilty about trying to leave right now, or maybe talking to someone else. So drop that one. That one shouldn't exist. So whenever you wind up in a situation like that, drop that one. No matter how logical that idea is, drop that and stick to something else is on her mind maybe. And don't push the fact too much. I did push a little bit like, hey, you don't have to tell me, but I'm here for you. And don't push it too much. They heard you the first time. Leave it alone. You don't need to do anything else in 3D. I'm telling these things for myself too. But I also said too, because I want this channel to help as many people as it can, I did say to the universe, welcome whatever fucking problems you can into my own personal thing so I could teach people how to get out of them. So it's basically invite a puzzle into my own life to fucking stress me the fuck out so I could learn to be calm and figure it out to teach you guys the methods I've used. So if that's what's happening, I understand being the guinea pig. It's fine. Oh, thank you, Tim. I just saw you said you're happy for me. Hashan, it's after a long time I was able to finish my planned workout, 3 hours, 30 sets of compound lifts. That's awesome, man. Yesterday when I took my dog in for an emergency tumor, the vet said she could do it until later in the week. Then 2 minutes later, she said I can do her now. Didn't even affirm. Yeah, but that's great. First of all, it's great to hear, Sally. I'm glad, and I hope your dog's doing good. My dog is doing what he's doing right now. Talking to airplanes and whoever else is out there. But first of all, I'm glad your dog's doing well and she's home and everything like that. Or you said it's she, right? Yeah, your dog's doing fine and she's home. But if you have that constant thought in your head that, yes, everything's working out in my favor, like I said, that's a great blanket term. That's a great thing. And the more you start to believe it, he's trying to get in. Hold on. I'm trying to do the live stream and also find out what this dog's doing. So stay calm. First of all, Sally, though, I'm glad your dog's doing good. I'm glad that, Steph, what are you doing? Oh, I'm doing a live stream right now.
I won't share these.
Oh, okay, I didn't know what you're doing. I thought that they were falling over. The dogs are the guest right now. Okay, so thanks for bearing with. Well, first of all, Sally, I'm glad your dog's doing fine, but like I said, when you've used those blanket statements that, yes, everything's working out fine, it's working out in my favor, and, they're right here, that everything's working out in my favor, you won't even have to affirm. Sometimes things just kind of always fall into place. I'll see you later. I told you, I affirmed my brother would be here for the thing, but he camera shy. Not in comedy, though. Comedy never shows his face, though. Let me see, where else are we? Damn straight mystic to the end. Mystics to the end, yeah. Maybe the blanket affirmation to everything. Oh, bro, you already came up with the answer yourself, Sally. See, blanket affirmation works out for me. So you've been using them, right? Somehow it will work out. Yeah, it always does. You're the freaking balls. Thank you, Tim. I'm trying to, hopefully everything works out for all of us. Not hopefully. We don't hope. We know. Things are going to work out in our favor. We know. Also, I don't know if anyone's responded yet, but I said if I do start the channel with SP, I'm hoping that nobody brings up, hey, he manifested you. Like, that's the only thing I would worry about because everyone's like, does your SP know? I told her I do. She goes, have you ever made any money online? And I made money thanks to Hershey. Hershey's the only one who's, Hershey donated to, from this page, I don't even know if she's in here right now, but Hershey donated here. So out of all the years of doing comedy, acting, and all this stuff, Hershey was the first person to pay me. I'm always going to remember her name. I'm always going to remember her because she was the first person I ever made money online with doing anything. But I told my SP I'm a life coach. So if anyone asks, if I do start this channel, if I'm able to manifest, when I manifest her doing this, I'm just deciding if it's truly what I want because I would like to travel the world with SP, do all kinds of fun, crazy things, see the world, and go on adventures full time. I mean, you see all these people doing vlogs, and I don't mean to go off on a rant, but you see people doing vlogs and stuff, and it's boring, and it's like too polished, and only shows the good stuff. What I love about coming out here and telling Mystic stuff, the Mystic family, you guys, all my issues and problems and stuff like that to show you that anything is possible. Where I come from, I've always been open and honest about everything. I wanted to start doing more fitness. I'm trying to incorporate the fitness stuff into this too, and it's like my hero was Greg Plitt and Rich Piana. They were both incredibly honest fitness guys. Like Rich Piana talked about his steroid use. Greg Plitt talked about all the problems in his life and how he overcame them. And, I always want to be open and honest. But if I did that, I would just tell her I'm a life coach, if anything. If you guys comment on anything on there and when we go live and all that stuff like that. But I really think I'm just debating if that's truly my heart's desire because I kind of feel like it is. And I think it could be I think it could be a good thing, and maybe it is kind of nothing else worked out because through comedy and acting and all that. But like I said, even in the worst stuff, it's a blanket affirmation. All the bad things lead to greater things. So that's what I'm sticking with. So let me go back up. We got a lot of people in here today. So I'm very thankful. I'm grateful and thankful that all of you are in here. So I went to 5 and below for the first time ever the other day. I got makeup. That's awesome, Inked. How did you like 5 and Below? I love 5 and Below. It's one of my favorite stores. did affirm she will be fine and not die, and she wasn't doing well, and cancer spreads so fast in dogs. Oh, it does, Sally. So I want to make a point too on what Sally was saying, and my brother, like I said, my brother was just here. Let me light this cigar first. Sorry, it's gonna be a minute. So I'll make this point where, so Neville says we arrive on time, we go on time, no matter what, we can't control death. But through Joe Dispenza, I see miracle healings on the behalf of others, and things like that. And my dog had cancer when, beginning of 2020, it was around when Corona started, so March 2020, whatever. They told us he was going to die within days. Me and my brother both know the law. And he's like, I don't know. I don't even know if it'll work. And I'm like, yeah, because Neville said we come on time, we go on time. I just started affirming, seeing him healthy, seeing him do. We saw him walking, going out, eating stuff normal. He never lost his appetite like he was supposed to. He didn't get skinny like he was supposed to. Even when like things started going, he had a hole in his eye. It was like falling apart. It is hard. Like, I mean, I raised the dog since I was a kid, but I would affirm and dream things like the right way. Like a dog that was supposed to die within the next 6 hours to 6 days or whatever they gave him lived on for like another 6 months. So I didn't prevent his death because we can't prevent death, but it, like, I guess he never beat the cancer. So it was not a complete success story, but I had more time with him. I got the closure, and he was happy and healthy and comfortable all the way up until like the very last few days. So I just want to make that point too on like life and death, and we're talking about dogs that kind of popped in my head. So. Sorry, it's hard for me to track. I'm trying to get all these. Hey, yup, how you doing? I saw you're in here too. Hopefully you're still here. I've been in my imagination telling Nick about my success story. That's another living in the end technique. Yeah, it is. I use you guys as part of my manifestation techniques all the time too. Every time I'm having an issue with SP or something, I picture myself coming out here and telling you how it got resolved. And I wanted to make the fight that we had the other day seem like it never happened or whatever before I left for the trip. And I picture I was going to tell you guys that it felt like nothing happened. And it didn't. And like everything felt good. I also pictured, all right, so the affirmation I was using was we were going to be back together officially and all of our problems are going to be resolved by the end of the trip. It was weird because everything was resolved. It seemed official, but it was not official. And the only thing that triggered me was at the end, like the last hour before I left her house was when her daughter brought up us dating and she said, no, we're not. But I mean, everything else in there felt fine. But I feel strangely calm because I do know whatever I run into, because of this law, the perfect law, as Neville calls it, anything can be changed. And I do know anything can be changed. I do know it's not the end. It's never the end. I mean, if she's come back all these times, even if manifesting was fake and none of it was real, she'd come back 6 times. She'll come back again. And what else? We're still going to go on adventures. We're still going to do all this other stuff. And the only thing is, it's like, oh, would you be able to be with her if she fucked other people? Well, apparently, I guess so. I never thought I would, but I'm still here. So my point is I wanted to make it official, but if a person's a cheater, they're going to cheat whether it's official or not. I don't think titles matter. That's why I told them, like, look, I don't even care about a title. I'm like, if you just ever start talking to someone else or you want to be with someone else, just have the honor to tell me, hey, whatever, it's not. I'm like, you're not going to break me anymore. And she claims you're not. So I believe it. I have to believe it because that's the law. That's reflecting what I want to hear. Let me see. Where else are we? So, yeah. So picture telling me or having your story told on this channel or telling a friend about your success. My negative thoughts are getting bigger and bigger. How do I stay disciplined? I don't want to manifest third parties. I am happy that you are with your SP. Hey, Dev, how you doing? First of all, it's great to see you in here. And I could tell you as someone who has a lot of negative thoughts, and they do get bigger and bigger, and they spiral, and I don't want third parties. I was watching videos how to avoid third party, when I didn't even know about a third party being there. It was never even crossed my mind. But started watching videos. The more you think about it, the more it will come. What you think about, you bring about. That's what my mom. That's funny. My mom used to say that as a kid right now, and I still hear her voice saying that. And that's manifesting in a nutshell. My mom used to say, what you think about, you bring about all the time. And I taught her about manifesting, and she's like, she really like vibed with all this and stuff. My dad's the harder one to convince, but we actually, but she always just say, what you think about, you bring about. And so don't think about third parties at all. But I know, oh, how do I not think about third parties? But what if I do? If you think about it quickly, it's usually not going to happen. Like if a thought pops in your head, turn it on its head. You need the affirmation, Dev, that I'm the greatest person in my SP's life. They're never going to be with anyone better than me, no matter what. I don't give a shit. But like keep that attitude, that mindset. And then even if a third party comes in, they won't last because they already know, or all they're going to do is prove that I'm the best version. So keep affirmations and thoughts like that. It's never bad. It's never over, and you're not failed. It's not like you never fail. Time is long if we experience it literally, but time doesn't exist. If you want your SP, the biggest thing is if you want your SP, go in your imagination, chat with the version that you want now. I know it could easily result in a fight because mine does too, especially when you're spiraling. If it is, another thing too, step the fuck back. Who gives a shit? Step back and stop worrying. I'm trying to catch up with all the comments, so sorry guys if I'm moving quickly through it. I told you SP was being cold. He told me something tonight that explained it, but also wants me there when he does something major in his life. I'm like, definitely taking it as movement. Yeah, Ink, that's definitely movement, first of all. We have to take everything that we get as movement. So if you said, he told you, yeah, so it's funny too because Ink, like we do talk regularly, so I told you things will parallel with, it's almost weirder. It's everyone's you pushed out. What he told you, wanting you around for big things in his life and things like that, blah, blah, blah. That's what I was telling my SP today too. And it's just funny how that kind of works about everyone as you pushed out and stuff like that. And she was being cold to me today, but not during the trip. So it was just weird how all that stuff kind of like, our story, it's like people you bring into your life and the people you talk with, it kind of like sometimes mirrors, which when I did spiral and go bad and a third party popped in for a week and then out and is gone, and I've even, as sinful as it is, I've looked down at her phone when she was on it and I've seen there's no dudes on her Snapchat stuff. It's all her friends. I've seen like her Facebook stuff on her Snapchat, like or all that. I've seen all the things like from quick glances over, just my own trust issues. I guess I would never do that, but I did it, and there's no dudes on there, which is exactly what I affirmed. So. But when I was doing a lot of stuff, coaching for free and everything like that, that's why I kind of took a break and stopped answering emails and stuff. And then someone said I should charge and all that stuff, just because it was getting very hard. Because when you hear so much consistent negative stories, it will, get pushed into you. Let me see who else commented. I'm trying to catch up, guys. So I'm seeing everyone commenting. I told my SP that I have COVID and I love her even if I die. She never texted back. Okay, so first of all, what are you doing? I've done that before too, not that same example, but it's like with my first SP, I texted her after I tore my pec because which is weird how I tore my pec. I kept picturing myself in a hospital with my first SP thinking like, oh, if I was really sick, would she be there for me and blah, blah, blah. And I was picturing myself texting her from a hospital and her being very concerned for me and everything like that. And I kept thinking it was going to be a car accident or something because I just didn't give a shit about anything with my first SP. I was like, I don't want to live if I can't have my first SP. So I didn't care. So I was picturing myself in the hospital texting her. What happened? Out of all the years of lifting, all the safety precautions, everything I do, and crazy stuff I've done in the gym, I happened to tear my pec around that same time. Go to the hospital only because my uncle told me I should go. He was a trainer and stuff like that. So I go, and of course, I'm in the hospital. She's sending me a message about some political shit that she was very political. And I said, I guess I'm in the hospital right now. And she was like, oh no, COVID. And bringing up politics and COVID and shit like that. And so she goes, I hope you're not getting the jab. And I'm like, oh yes, I have to. It just happened and all this shit. But I manifested that whole situation that, oh, I'm in the hospital. I put myself in the fucking hospital, picturing it consistently for weeks, texting her from a hospital. Could have just pictured texting her from my house. So be careful what you're manifesting. And what you're doing too, who just sent the message? I was just reading. Dev, if you're sending messages like that, what are you doing? You're monkeying with the middle. You're playing in the 3D. Stop. I'm as guilty as you. We all do it, but stop. Ink says, hi, brother. Yeah, he's been gone for a minute. Sorry, that's how long I've been trying to catch up to all these conversations. What would you like to see, Inked? I just, because I'm so far behind in the delay. Yep. Oh, Yup's talking about, so Inked is talking about you'd like to see me in my SP's vlog. Yup would like to see it, but mom's the word. We want to support you and we'll be happy that you're manifesting that into your life. Thank you, Yup. Yeah, I appreciate all you guys. That's what I like. Oh, thank you, Tim. Truth, yep. Yeah, so I'm glad that okay, so if you guys would watch it, then yes, maybe I will manifest the full vlog thing that she'll like be so turned on by the idea of it. And I do know that she likes attention and stuff. But my one fear too is that, if I get us famous, how many fucking dudes are going to be sliding into her DMs? It's a fear I got to drop. On top of that, they'll only be able to DM her unless she shares her actual profile. They'll only be able to DM her on that channel. And if I see anybody in there, they're either going to get deleted or get an ass whooping. Or manifest me giving someone an ass whooping. But let's not have to get to all that. So that's the only thing that scares me about doing the channel. And then her finding out that I'm a mystic or manifester. I'm just a life coach to her. Plus, she didn't even, which is another thing that made me feel kind of negative and triggered. It's like, when I said I'm doing this life coaching and I made some money with it. As she's like, that's good for you. Kind of like not really, no more questions on it, which I was fine with because I didn't want any more questions on it, but you could react to that. So let's see, what other, it says Peter, hey Peter, how you doing? I just see you're here, but message retracted. So Peter, you sent 2 messages, but I can't see them for some reason, but I'm glad that you're here. Hopefully you're doing well. If you're still here, send another message. I'll be able to read it. I'm working my way down. Yeah, like Ashan says too, I agree. Yeah, take away your attention from your problem, focus on the solution, live in the end. Like Neville says, we start in the end. Fresh out of fucks forever. Hey, what happened to your vacation? Okay, so fresh out of fucks, if you're still here. I went on my vacation with my SP. Went great. We decided that, we travel a lot. We've done 3 trips together, 5 trips in total, and a year and a half that we've been together. And I said, we could become like these. So like you guys know, my SP is 15 years older than me. She's 40. I'm 25. She has a granddaughter. Her whole family, the women have kids very young. She goes, her granddaughter was watching a vlog channel before we started with this family. And to me, it was cringe. I was like, man, these people are just polished up and yes, here we are having the most fun ever. You don't show the part of the vacation like, God damn it, we got to get to that fucking airport 2 hours early. And it's like, yeah, I had about enough of you now. I got it. I'm not sitting there in the airport to fight. They don't show none of that stuff. Or like me in Mexico getting blackout drunk and throwing up and her getting drunk while waiting for me while I'm stuck in the bathroom. And I think I knocked myself out in there and her about to go jump inside the dolphin enclosure. Like vlog channels don't include that. And I didn't even know about all that when I came up with the idea. But yeah, so the vacation was, we brought that up and we filmed a whole bunch of little vlog stuff. And so yeah, that's how the vacation went. Everything seemed kind of smooth. And the only thing where I was triggered was today when we got back home and she said to her family that, no, don't say that we're dating. We're not dating. And even her daughter and son-in-law were like, but how? You guys go on dates all the time. You're always doing stuff. You're at his house. He's over here. Spend Thanksgiving with you guys. All that stuff. So I just got to picture all that stuff as like I said, all the bad is working out for the good. It doesn't matter. So yes, anyway, fresh out of fucks. Vacation went well. And I'm debating starting a vlog with her. We already have the stuff filmed. Then we have other footage of stuff that we could post. And she was even coming up with ideas while drinking. But then just today when she got back, I was worried she wouldn't want to do it. And then she reflected some worry of not wanting to do it. So I'm going to create a test channel, test Twitter, or not Twitter, TikTok, YouTube, all that stuff. And I'm going to put everything on private, show it to her, see if she's down. If she's down, we'll manifest the success for it. I know I could manifest whatever I want into this world, even when it's not looking like it's perfect. But I think the hard part for me, and it also reflects on a lot of other people, the hard part is we're not certain about what we want. We feel like it's what we want. We feel like it's what we should do, but it's not 100%, so it's very hard. But when we're 100%, and that's our whole mission in life, is just that one thing, it seems to happen. So my whole thing was, if I did do a vlog, the reason why I was manifesting that is because I feel very guilty, because people have offered to pay me and stuff on here. And like I said, Hershey was I hope she's in here. She was the first person to ever donate money to me on any of my online endeavors. So I'm eternally grateful for her. I am very grateful that I have this community with you guys. And like I said, sometimes it could be very difficult to do the coaching and stuff. I was doing it for free because I think sometimes like I said, I talk to a few of you regularly, and I notice some of our stories start like paralleling each other, or things are happening very similar, and it's almost like a psychologist. Like they say, the psychologists often get depressed because they're bearing on other people's burdens and trying to help them. And not that it's a burden or it's hard, it just became difficult for me for a while to do the coaching. And like then I thought, well, maybe I should charge, but I feel guilty about it. But anyways, the point is, I don't like my day job. I've been trying to manifest out of it, but I get inspiration where, like in dreams, constantly do coaching, make more videos, do this channel more. So I guess maybe I will start charging. This is a side thing. Maybe I'll start charging for coaching. But then I thought, I'm like, I kept asking my subconscious for another way to make money online. And it was revealed, and I was getting no answer. And then finally, it gets revealed to me through, hey, do a vlog with her. And I came up with it, and she's down. So let me go back. So anyway, that's sometimes how you could talk to your subconscious. I'm really sorry, guys. I see a lot of things popping up. I'm trying to be fair. I want to answer everybody. I will soon have Triumph Rocket 3 all black out of thin air soon. Heaven, yes, will be this. Hell yeah, Sean. I can't wait to hear about that. That's, what do you call it? I've been manifesting too. I could afford a motorcycle, but I would like a free black, might as well make a Harley. If we're manifesting anything, like I saw how expensive Harleys could be. I've never ridden a motorcycle. My buddy rides and SP rides. So it's like, okay, you know what? She's like, oh, I used to ride in a club and stuff like that. And it was cool. And we used to have all these meetings. And I said, well, you know what? You're going to have meetings for doing our channel and doing our stuff. And we're going to go riding together too. So like, that's all stuff I'm manifesting. So let's see. Man, I'm sorry. I'm trying to catch. It's a lot of stuff. Oh, Peter. Okay, so here, Peter, I can finally see what you're saying. You wrote something. Here, yo, how are you, brother? Good to hear from you. I'm catching this late. I gave up on my SP, moved on. I want her, but if she doesn't want me, I got to go. I'm worth more than gum under her shoe. Well, Peter, I'm glad that you moved on and you did well, because I know me and you have talked before too about like, it's like what do you call it? We don't want to, like, we're not going to sit here simping, like, especially you. Like, Peter, I look up to you as like a high value man who's fucking made his money, done all this stuff. You've used the energy from the breakup to manifest and build great things in your life. Like you said, you just manifested. I was reading your comment the other day. You manifested another dream car of yours. And I know sometimes you're saying like it doesn't feel fulfilled, but that's the point of life, is we're here to manifest things into our life and get things that we want. So I look up to you because you're able to you manifested way more stuff than me. I mean, you might have more desires too, because like right now I'm kind of in a standstill wanting things. Like I don't really know what I want. But Peter, that's awesome that like, you're a master manifester. If you want her back and you do the patience, but you're struggling with, like me, with it was so much disrespect. Why go back? That's why I'm still at the standstill. Do I do the vlog? Do I not? Because it's going to be more traveling, more money and stuff like that. But if I have fun with her and the good version of her stays out and I'm able to maintain that in this screen of space and stay in that world, then I'll be happy with it. How do I get a conversation with you? Don't want to push anything, but a little more to the story. Hey, Tim. Yeah, Tim, back when I first started my channel, you were one of the first people to reach out to me. But I had an issue with, because I was still trying to figure out how to do the coaching and do things like that. I downloaded Zoom, and I feel really bad because I have not seen her on the channel or anything since. She was trying to help me with doing the pricing and things like that. She was very motivational at the beginning. She sent me these really long messages while I was going through some shit. So it was very hard for me to get back to her. But anyway, I think it was Veronica was her name. But Tim, you were also one of the first people to reach out to me. But I kept asking you to, Tim, what you got to do is go to the Mystic Manifesting email. Send me a whole outline detailed into your story, even if the negative circumstances or whatever, so I could give you the proper stories or whatever. We could talk about the old story if that's what you feel like you need to, and then we'll go from there. Or if anything, we'll set up a Zoom call. I don't do the phone numbers and stuff like that just because I got a private phone number, and I did see stuff with coaches where they could get bombarded with phone calls and stuff like that. And I trust that you won't. It's very hard with to put it out there. Or how about this too? If you don't want to send it through email, you could go to my Instagram at flex_Lassiter, Lassiter. I don't have my paper with me. I can't comment in the chat or anything, I don't think. So, or send me a DM on there. And that's where you'll see all my film stuff, little bits of comedy skits, and like I'm going to try to do a little bit of like fitness vlogs on there. I'm all over the place with this. I always flip the negative thoughts as no, I am this person, and now I decide this is how it's okay. Monkey brain, I'm safe. I got this. I like that, Inked. Yeah, you just got to keep your brain in check. It's very hard. If you could do it right away, or just even if that's where the affirmations for me definitely come in. Did you talk about your trip yet? Weirdo brand, I hope you're still here. Yes, I did talk about the trip. Overall, just a quick recap. Everything went well. If you want to hear more about the story, we'll talk more about it. I'm sure like little stories will pop up. But yeah, I had a part where I got really drunk and she took care of me. And there's actually a video on it. It's very touching to a degree, other than the part where I threw up all over myself and I almost knocked myself out in the bathroom, I think, and was speaking Spanish to the staff, even though I'm not fluent in Spanish, but I know enough from her. And she was drunk and almost went inside the dolphin enclosure. But whatever, we got out, we survived. And she even made a nice little video. She goes, for the first time in 2 years, I'm taking care of him. He's not taking care of me. And we're all fucked up. And we had a very good time. And I'm thankful for it. And I also come on this point now where I'm at of like when me and Peter were talking about like, do we even want our SPs? Do we move on and stuff? It's like I've had such great memories with her. And this is not, it sounds... This is a form of detachment. It sounds like I'm giving up, but I'm not. But maybe I am. It's because I don't really know where I am, but I'm going to be happy with wherever I am in life. Like my friend used to say, and it's not a manifesting thing. Yeah, I just saw Inked pop up. It's okay to type my Instagram name on here, Inked, if it helps someone. She has it too. My friend used to say, she's not yours, she's yours for the moment. And it's not manifesting. It's counterintuitive to manifesting because it just says, well, it is what it is. But it's a form of detachment. I've been on 5 trips with my SP. My SP's 40. She's been around. I don't want to say it because I'm starting to vlog and stuff, but you guys know a little bit. Like, I swear to God, do not say nothing. I'll delete you off that channel when I make it, if I make it. Don't say what I was telling you. But she's 40. If you look at her, you see her. Like, you could tell she's been around, like she's done shit, like been with people and stuff like that. So it's like she's someone who that term would apply to. She's not yours, she's yours for the moment. But I've saw the really good side of her. I've manifested a great version of her. I've helped her a lot in life. When I met her, I had fully given up on life and manifesting. And sad thing, if I was drinking like I was drinking when I was drinking on the boat, and I did have a very emotional moment with her. I got emotional twice on the trip from over drinking. I've never got to that point before too. But on a boat with her in like a romantic setting, holding her in my arms and stuff, and like her still saying she didn't want to commit to a relationship and stuff, and feeling emotional and stuff. And I just sat there and I was like, the truth was, I wouldn't be here. That's why I'm big on mental health and stuff like that, especially for men, because men, like, we don't talk about it. But I just tell her, and I don't want to say words because I know for sure they will ban words like this, but I told her, basically, I would not be on this earth anymore if it was not for her. She came into my life at that time, which is why, no matter the fucking disrespect, the bad things, all that stuff, because I've seen the good version, and the good version was manifested in before, but I would not be on this planet. I would not be here helping you guys. I had given up on everything. I didn't want to wake up in the morning. And I was trying to, I'm like, if you're even real, God or manifestor or whatever, or the universe, then I don't want to fucking be here anymore. That's where I was in life, where I met her. That's why she means so much to me. And that's why I can't give up, because I do know that good version's in there. Yeah, anyway, Weirdo Brand, that's a little recap. The trip was very beautiful. It was a lot of fun. Yes, we do marry each other a lot. It's great. Yeah, it's true. Yeah, like me and Inked, our stories have gone side by side a lot. Dev, some tough love, brother. If a woman loses respect and attraction, respect her and withdraw energy from her. Work on yourself. There you go, Sean. Yeah, see, even Sean, like me and Sean are both, we'll drop that same knowledge, even though both of us will still sometimes at times really miss her and stuff, but you can't. He's telling you right now, I'm going to steal this. I'm at my parents' house. I'm going to steal one of these waters because I'm getting dehydrated. You can't, not just for, hold on. The thing is sitting on top of a water thing. You cannot lose respect for yourself. You have to draw the line. Like, look, even Peter's making a hard call too. I was ready to make a hard call. And I guess it's just, for me, like it's almost like a thing where it's like, I do not want to, I don't know if one of you guys tried to send me a message right now. I got an Instagram notification that says wants to send you a message. I do not want to give up on her just because of the fact that I've seen that beautiful version. I've manifested that beautiful version in multiple times. And, oh, do I got this backwards? It don't really matter. I've seen that beautiful version multiple times, and it's best for, and I'm manifesting too now from the point of, it's best for her to be that version. It's best for me to be my version of myself who's in that relationship and to have all this. And, you know, that's where I'm coming from. By the way, I got this from my SP's mother, who loves me and still talks to me. Mom came by to see my new house, and she ran back to SP to tell her about it. Now SP is super pissed off. I love that, Peter. Peter, you remind me of, in a good way too, because I know people got different opinions on them and stuff. But you remind me of Tate. Like I see all Tate stuff. It's like you fucking went from like heartbreak to fucking full grind mode and manifester mode, and you got like. That's why I fucking look up to Peter. I love Peter. How do you get a conversation with you? I don't want to. Oh wait. Did I answer everybody? Tim, send me an email on there on the Mystic thing with a full outline of what you want to talk about, and we'll try to set up a Zoom. I'm trying to learn the Zoom better, and we'll go from there about booking a session, and or go to Ink. Just put it down in the comment what my username on Instagram is. Follow me on Instagram and send me a message there too if that's what you want. If that one's easier, but I want to do it through there. No cell phones. Because I know that's what you want to do. I do remember you were one of the first people who messaged me, but no cell phone stuff. But I will do Zoom or whatever else. I'm super happy you're doing much better today after this trip. Good for you, brother. Super happy. Thank you, Peter. Yeah, I really appreciate it. And like I said, the form of detachment is, I've had so much, like, I got way off that topic. Like, she's had a long life. She's had, I think she said 3 men that she's actually loved in her life. But she also said that she's never felt the love that I feel for her back, which is hard. But at the same time, I've manifested her to have that. She goes, but I feel it at times. And she goes, I just don't know why it doesn't stay. So it's the times when I manifested. So it is all like directly there. And the guys who she was with before were, let's say, criminals. Who criminals have high self-concepts. So I don't know if both were. One of them was. Another one was I don't know if he's a degenerate or not. I don't like him, so I'm going to give all of them, like, fucking shitty. I don't have ever met any of these guys, so I can't judge them. But like my friend said, she's not yours, she's yours for the moment. It's a form of detachment. I'm blessed. I mean, I've gotten to, because of her, I'm still here on this planet. Because of her, I've started this channel, and we've got this little Mystic manifesting family. We're not the biggest YouTube channel. I'm not making a living at it yet, or any kind of like, I'm not financially free like I want to be yet. I'm not where I want to be in life yet, but because of her, I'm still here. Because of her, I've had amazing memories. I've felt love for the first time in my life. I've learned to manifest. I've learned to help a lot of other people. So, like I said, she's not yours. She's not yours for the moment or whatever, if that's a good form of detachment, and trust that she'll be back. Even if she never comes back, or if we never speak again after this, or we don't spend the holidays together, or things don't turn out the way they're supposed to, I got to buy her all the gifts I wanted to buy her. I got to make an impact on her life, her family's lives. I became close friends with her son-in-law. I've gotten to do a lot more than most of the other people she's been with. If it's been like a booty call or whatever, those guys just got what they wanted and left. I wound up, that's what started out with kind of us, but I began to want more, and I did. I've experienced almost, I don't want to be married to her. If she doesn't want to be married, I don't want to be married in general. She don't want to be married in general, but almost to that capacity, other than like the point of having a full-on commitment where she's actually like pursuing me even more. I had her at the point where simping before, but it was like very hard to maintain that for me because of old stories and stuff. But even if that's the end, I mean, I'm at the point now, like Peter, I'm content if it's over. I know I could do better. I would prefer to have the better version of her, but I'm content. I'm happy that it happened. It was amazing. If it doesn't continue, it doesn't continue. Sorry, my nose is all stuffed up and I can't hear out of this ear. It happened on the plane. This ear got all messed up. Super happy that you're doing much better today. Oh, yeah, I read that part already. Some of these I feel like they're reshuffling or something. Yeah, I'm 5 years older than SP2. Fresh how the fucks forever. You're also let me see. Are you a cougar as well? Sally, thank you. Oh yeah, thank you, Ink, for like everyone. Yeah, if you want to support other people's comments and stuff too, like I'm glad Ink is supporting Sally and stuff, and I'm glad Sally's dog is doing good. Let's all just keep motivating each other. Have you sat down and flat out asked her what she wants and how she feels about you? It's strange that she goes out with you a lot but denies you anything there. Why? Peter, I said that same thing too because I wanted to see the feedback from the 3D to see if I could flip the story, but I also know it's dangerous because if you get something back that you don't want to hear, that's why I try not to. But I did on this trip, and I've done it like this is what she goes, you keep forcing, you gotta let it happen naturally. She goes, I think for right now, we just work well as friends and that's it. And she goes, and if I want to do something, I'll do something. So it's like when she's drinking, she gets really horny and wants to be with me and stuff like that. So that moves into the sexual part. As friends, we have a great time. We're laughing, we're joking and stuff. And I think she won't say it, but it feels like to me, and it's not a story I want to assume or bring on, but it's the story that keeps clicking back in my head, is perhaps she wants to fuck other people, which is why, but then she tells me she's not. But it's like, so I told her the other day, I flat out said, I said, this was me and the 3D trying to manipulate. I said, you go out on dates with me. We fuck. We go on trips together. We look like a couple to everybody we meet. We pretty much tell people. We do tell people. The whole trip we're telling people we've been together for 2 years, even though it's not fully 2 years. It's been breakups and stuff in between. We go through. I told her I'm like everything is relationship. Your family loves me. My family doesn't love her, but I was like everything about us is a relationship. I'm like everything you ever look for in a guy, which it is everything she ever looked for in a guy, and pretty much any girl could look for. Not being cocky, it's just the way I treat her. If it was any other woman, I feel like she would feel great. But yeah, I flat out asked her. She goes, I just feel like it works well as friends. I'm like, you do realize when you say it like that, that fucking tears my heart out. And then she gets kind of teary eyed and feels bad and stuff. And she goes, I just can't feel the love that you feel for me. I said, all I'm asking is that you show some effort because I said I'm ready. I did tell her too. I'm like on the trip. I said after this trip, I said I almost canceled this trip. And this is all me reacting in 3D too. I said, I almost canceled the trip. I was going to walk away. I said, if you don't, and I said, I'm at the point now where I'm going to. She goes, well, if you leave, I don't blame you. It is, I know what I did. I'm treating you not the right way. I said, all I ask is for a little bit of effort to show me it's worth fighting for and worth staying. Then throughout the rest of the trip, I get fucked up the next day. She takes care of me. And like, actually, she really took care of me. No woman ever taken care of me while I got fucked up like that. And she bought me, like I said, I don't know if anyone's new came in, but she bought me this chain right here, and it was not cheap. And then I was like, I gave her a kiss and stuff, and we're making out there in like the little market, and she goes, don't think too much of it, don't think too much. And then she's like giggling at the same time too. Like, so it's very hard, and like, this is why, Peter, I say it's like, it has to do with, man, like the only thing I could think, this is why manifesting makes sense to me, because if I'm feeling negative about her and things, it's just hot and cold, and that's the way my brain works. It's hot and cold, negative, and then reacting to, I think about the old story, she acts like a bitch again, and she'll stay in the bitch mode and be old story, and then I go back into the great mode, and I'm having inner conversations, and then this beautiful version of her is out all the time, and then even she says, I'm confused, I don't know why I jump back and forth, I don't know why I'm a different person, and I know how I'm treating you, I'm trying to change, I don't know why I can't, and she goes, it feels like something keeps stopping me every way, and I can't explain it, so it's the only reason why, like, that's why I'm telling you, that's why I started this channel. Sorry, guys. There's a lot of stuff to catch up to. Tim, I'll pay for coaching. Yeah, Tim, like I said, just go over to the thing and message me or email or whatever, pull out the whole story, whatever you need help with. I can never do coaching. It's so exhausting. Yeah, first off, it is. It gets to that point. And that's why the one girl, like I said, her name was Veronica or something, she was trying to help me do pricing and stuff. I said, I'm trying to do it for free. Well, doing it for free, I did get flooded with emails, and then reading everyone's stories and stuff was exhausting me mentally and emotionally, and I was trying to manifest on their behalf and my own. And it got very hard for me, and and that's when I started really struggling and spiraling, and like right now, I'm barely recovering from all that, getting my mind back in order. So maybe coaching will help me do more, but I feel like I'm more in a mindset to do it now. But I think I will get to the point of charging. Get an Indian Sportster. Oh my God, sexy. Thank you, Ink. Yeah, I feel like Indians. That's what I was between. Is that a Harley one? Because I love the Indian style and like the Harley style. I'm not fully bike first, but I love a black bike. You see, I'm already wearing my leather jacket, but. That's why I want to manifest is in a nice Indian or cruise. Oh, cruiser's what they're called. and go like that. SP likes crotch rockets. I would never ride a crotch rocket. I can't do that. Oh, okay, so Tim sees it now. Follow your heart, bro, when it comes to career and money. I finally listened to mine and did it and follow where I am financially set. Listen to where your happiness wants to go. Thank you, Peter. Yeah, that's what. Then Peter, you wrote another message, but it retracted that too. I don't know if you're pulling the messages back, Peter, or if it's doing that to your messages for some reason. But yeah, I want to follow my heart to do. I love making the comedy skits, no matter how weird they are and stuff. And you know, it was funny. I used to always ask my brother, make videos, make videos, make videos. No, I don't want to do it. That's what you want to do. And then I feel bad. I kind of manifested him to want to help me. And even today I brought it up. I just got back from the trip and we're sitting together playing chess. He told me, he goes, yeah, you know, while you were gone, I kind of really missed that. So he wants to make videos now. So that's awesome. And I think I'm going to continue that. And then possibly even with Naomi and SP. Let's see. Ink said it's our dirty little secret. Oh, wow. I just watched that right now. Ink said it's our dirty little secret, and then it says message retracted. Why is it retracting people's messages? If I don't get to your message or you're watching me go through everyone's and yours disappears, resend it again because I don't know why they're disappearing. Thoughts on love spells? Okay, yeah, cinnamon cheesecake. It's funny because I thought about that because I would read, if you're on Reddit and stuff, when I was first trying to figure out SP stuff, and I went on Reddit, you would go to the witch pages or the whatever. Well, if you guys watch Naya on here, she says she's a witch. Well, what are witches doing? Witches are basically manifesting or giving you the tools to manifest by doing a physical action because it's easier to impress the subconscious. This is my thought on it. I'm not a witch or a warlock or I put mystic because that was the insult they used to use for Neville. They called him the Mad Mystic on 48th Street or whatever. So I used the term mystic in honor of him. And like what they would use as an insult, we'll use it as something positive. But I guess with witches and stuff like that, I would say that the whole point of it is they're doing something physical that gives you to pay attention to what you want and focus more on what you want. So it's like it's just a way to trick your mind. Like when I say burn the letter to your SP, it's something physical to impress your subconscious. I already see another thing that says retracted from Peter too. Hold on. Ink, that sounds romantic. How drool. Seven love spells are just like forms of manifestation. Yep, spells and witchcraft are just another form of focusing on what you want. Wow, Ink, you already answered it for me. I didn't even need to. Yeah, here's another message from Peter retracted. Peter retracted again. Peter, are you retracting them or is this doing this? Martin, hey man, what's up? How was your vacation? Hey Martin, hopefully you heard what I was saying, but the vacation went very well. It was romantic. It was good. It was reconnecting. We talked about starting a vlog. So if you guys want, I'm going to start that and I'll make a little announcement or whatever too. And when I'll do a live stream about it or something. And here's another one from Peter retracted. So I don't know what's going on, but I'll talk more about it in a second too if you got certain questions on it. I'm trying to answer everybody and I'm getting distracted and trying to tell stories. Man, you helped me just a month ago when I was low. I am emperor of my world. We need masculine presence like you and mental coaching. Well, thank you, Ishan. That actually means a lot to me. I wanted to be able to motivate people and to like find something unique because I do feel like, I mean, obviously we do have a lot of women in here too, so I'm helping them. But for guys, especially in the manifesting realm, it's looked down on. If a woman fucks you over or whatever, you're supposed to say, fuck it, I'm done. I'll never speak to her again. I'm done. And there's like a degree of like, okay, it's ego that you're walking away, but if you truly love them and you want to work it out, and you believe that you are emperor, God, like you said, or God, or whatever of your own reality, then it doesn't matter. You know that you brought that event in somehow, and you could get rid of it. So I don't know how I got off of that, but I'm glad it did. Yeah, if it doesn't continue, he's moving to Florida, and he's my... Yeah, Ink says if it doesn't work out, I'm gonna move to Florida and be with Ink. But I'm gonna need to start a real business that will make me a lot more money to get away from here. I'm stuck in Chicago for work reasons. My line of work don't pay that well down there. But possibly doing this or vlogging or whatever could be good. Yup says, I'm with Peter. Gave up on SP and now just manifesting a better life. I'm disappointed, but at this age, dating is more inconvenient and disappointed than anything. Money is my new. Yup. That's a great thing too. Money is, yeah, just like Peter. Peter's a great example. So, at your age, if you don't want to do it, whatever, it's all about your own heart. If you don't feel like it anymore, then give up on SP. If you don't want to give up on SP, I mean, look, I'm a testament to. I always wondered this. That's why I started this channel, because I wanted to see about keeping SP. I want to see what happens, because all these channels, they talk about their success story. They'll read a success story that just happened a few days ago where they got back with their SP. But I feel like most of us have all just got back with our SP. And then we're great. We talk about it, but then we vanish. We don't go back into the manifesting round. We don't talk about it or anything. We won't accept it. And let me say this too. I don't know if I'm being too forward here. I'm thinking, like Hashan was trying to set me up the other day with Inked, by saying that that's my new SP and stuff. Perhaps Yup and Peter start talking. You guys are both in the same boat, manifesting the SP of money, and you guys have both given up on your SPs. I'm not trying to play Cupid, but let's see. I thought, actually, when I first read her message, I thought she said, I'm with Peter, as in she's dating Peter. I'm like, damn, you guys work fast in the comments. I'm only halfway through them. Everyone is you pushed out. You taught me that. So stop thinking negative or third person. Thank you, Peter. Yeah, sometimes I think that's the thing. Thank you for reminding me, too. It's like, that's the thing. Like, even, that's why I don't believe there's master coaches or anything like that. Everybody, I was watching, I think all these coaches do talk to each other in a way. I mean, I can't say it. I don't want to, like, throw anyone under the bus if they don't want people to think that or know that. But for me, it's like, sometimes the only reason I think you need a coach, like why I got one at one point, was she told me everything I already knew, but you need someone to tell you it's possible, or to give you reminders. And I'm sorry that I can't put this there. It is a very horrible setup I have going. So I don't mean for it to look crooked and stuff. Back to the questions. All right, I'm all over the place. Everyone as you pushed out, you tell me that stuff. Oh, thank you. Okay, so Peter rewrote it. Thank you, Weirdo Brand, for repeating it too, because I was able to see Peter's comment that time. I agree. I feel like you guys manifest different from women. I agree. I feel like guys manifest different from women. Appreciate your point of view and you inspire me. Well, thank you, George. Like I said earlier, all you guys inspire me because I hear a lot of your stories, and you guys have manifested a lot of amazing things. Because people will tell me stuff, like I think of Peter as like the example. It's like, I manifested this, and I still want SP, and I don't have SP, but it's like, Peter, you're fucking manifesting the world. You're fucking, you're top G. Wow, you just explained with your SP why I never got over mine from 3 years ago. He just brought a new zest to life. I feel like your story with her is me with my SP and alternate reality. Yeah, that's what I was saying too. Yup. I was like, even like talking to Inked regularly too, because like if you guys want, add me on Instagram too. Inked did put my name on there. I'm finally opening up this route, so if you want to, I know Tone from Simply Manifesting does that. He'll do that where he'll talk to people for a while, but then like I know because he gets flooded with messages, then he'll charge for coaching and stuff like that. He'll try to talk to whoever he can. But for in-depth, he'll charge, but yeah, it's like, yup. I noticed when we Ink talked, our stories parallel a lot too, especially like now on the day-to-day, or even Hashan, like I'll talk to him regularly too, and it's like on the day-to-day, things will change. No, Harley, they break down a lot. Oh, thank you for letting me know, Peter, because like I said, I'm not into the motion. Indian Scout is the way to go. For sure, I have one, and a Ducati. Oh, that's what my buddy had, I think. Ducati is that kind of like the crotch rocket? Well, I'm not sure, but you're into those. Oh, but you're not into those. Yeah. I feel like, I don't know. I don't want to be riding with like my ass up like Tron flying down the expressway and get fucking smashed. I feel like I'm getting beat up. like that. I'd rather just cruise and feel like Sons of Anarchy. I'm not retracting my phone. My phone though. Maybe that's okay. Maybe it's like bad reception or something. I because see the numbers of people go in and out. Maybe if you're jumping in and out too. What is it? Gorgeous Mystic. I've got to crash for work tomorrow. Good seeing you tonight. I'll message you about what we talked about earlier. Oh yeah, Inked. I forgot to send you the message back earlier. Well, good night, Inked. Thank you for stopping by. Hopefully you're still here. If not, have a great night. Go get him. Yup. The money is waiting for you, bro. Inked and Beautiful. You did just that claims. Inked and Beautiful, did you just claim dibs on Mystic? Respect to a woman who knows what she wants. Yup. Inked has been claiming me since like a couple lives ago when Hashan was trying to set us up. Oh, snap, you're a woman. Sorry, yup. Yeah, I was about to say, I'm like, wait, yeah. Yeah, yup is a beautiful woman from Florida. She says no more she said no more overly masculine guys, but I showed her, I'm like, look at me. I feel like I'm pretty masculine and there's intelligence there too. So you have to realize that you can manifest the exact person you want. If you're attracted to masculine guys, but you want a spiritual side too, look at this group chat. Look at Hashan. Look at me. Look at Peter. There's masculine guys out there who have a spiritual side too. So don't give up, yup. Just picture that and let it come to you. Oh yes, I know that's a good thing when I see. Good night, Mystics. See ya, Inked. Welcome. What you say? Self-concept so strong that even my own imagination, the mischievous one, couldn't deter it. Thank you, Peter. I'm pretty much excited. I'm ready to enjoy the first class life. Night, Ink. Keep having my fingers crossed for you as well. Have a good night. Yep. Yeah, I love all the support that we have going on. Sorry. Okay. Now I went from having too many messages to no messages. So hold on, let me get a water break real quick. I was actually going to switch over later on. I was thinking like later in the night I would switch over to the Flex Entertainment page and do a comedy live stream, but I'm not really feeling funny, and I do enough joking around on here too, and this has more stuff to it. I keep like chain smoking little cigars right now. I've got a nice cigar I bought out there in Mexico. The guy was like, the little vendor guy was walking on the street. He was trying to sell, I forgot. It was like, I knew it was some kind of bullshit. He was selling like little pot pipes. I don't smoke pot. So I said, nah, I'm good. And I saw this in his hand. I said, I think it was for himself. I said, hey, give me that. How much is that? And then he was like, you can see he's like kind of hesitant. I'm like, I don't even have a lighter or a cutter. And then he's like, oh, and then he gives me this. And then I saw he actually had his own cutter and stuff. So it was actually his, but I want to try out this new lighter real quick. So bear with me, everyone. I saw we got a comment in there too. I think it was from Peter, so hopefully it didn't get retracted or whatever. Yep, go get him. Here's the hurt and the pain and the anger from SP manifested for successful business. Yeah, see, that's the motivation we need. Thank you, Peter. Let's see if this works. That's cool as hell. Burned it the wrong way, though. Burned it all crazy looking. Oh, well. We'll make do. That's what we do. We make do. Thanks for answering my question about why you don't see guys' success stories. Thanks for answering my question about why you don't see guys' success stories on YouTube. Yeah, I feel like it's kind of rare for the guy ones too. Oh, yes, I read that one. I love Naya. I resonate with her in many ways. Yeah, I love Naya too. Naya's, well, first of all, I think Ani's my manifesting crush from, oh, look, Joshua's here. Ani is my manifesting crush from Create Your Future, but I also like Naya too. She's got the Italian roots like me. More so than me. I don't speak Italian. I'm trying to learn that though, and Spanish. Yo, brother, what's next for you and your SP? Any more trips planned? What's the next move? Well, right now, Peter, I'm debating because, like I said, there was like the vlog thing, and I was just worried about like people on here going on there because I was going to promote it to you guys too because I consider this the Mystic family, and like I would love to share that with you guys too, seeing like okay the results with SP, but I kind of felt like maybe I need her to be more committed first before I do it, but like I said, I pitched it to her family too. I'm like, yeah, we did this vlog, and like everyone's like, her, even her daughter's like, it's so romantic what you guys go through, and like everything, and it's an interesting story. And I thought like a real vlog about real people, and then like a troubled relationship and stuff would be more resonating to people because I feel it's very relating. So right now I'm kind of like manifesting her being 100% on page with me, and my brother continuing to want to do comedy videos with me, and being able to successfully and to continue obviously doing this. So I'd be running 3 channels. I'd be running the Mystic page with you guys, the Flex Entertainment page with my brother and friends making comedy videos, and I don't know if I'm gonna say her name yet, but Life of SP and Nick vlog channel. And I figured through those 3 things, I've got people who could do merch and stuff. So I guess like Peter, like inspired by you, wanted to do a business, but something that I love, and go forward like filming adventures and manifesting and motivating people and sharing fitness and passion for life with everybody. So I guess that's kind of what I'm manifesting now, is just a good free life. I don't like the job I work, but I want to be financially free. So almost anything, I'm almost like I've been like in meditation too, asking the universe for guidance what I should do. And the most recent answer was to do a vlog with her. So possibly more, get a full-on commitment from her. I just got to find a good end scene. So if you guys have good end scenes for what would be her being fully committed to me and doing all this full-time, I'd appreciate that. Sorry, oh, that was violent. And then obviously continuing my other endeavors too. It's just very hard because I'm so split so many places. If I didn't have a full-time job and I could go full balls to the wall on teaching, manifesting and stuff, I did think that if I was able to get enough clients and stuff and coach and actually be able to give people something of value where we were getting more. We are getting success stories. Like I said, I talked earlier. I don't know if anyone's seen it. I did get a success story. My brother, I was the conduit for it. He pictured getting a very nice chessboard. On the same day he was picturing that he brought up, he said, wouldn't it be wonderful if I got a very nice chessboard? I was in Mexico. I walked into a shop and there's chessboards everywhere. And I just said, my brother would like this. Something tells me to get him that. Well, sorry, that's off topic. But let me see these other questions. But yeah, Peter, I'm just kind of like, I'm open to anything. I just want to be free from the particular job I do. It brings me the most misery in my life at the moment. It pays well, but it brings me the most misery. So it's to get out of that. And like I said, I'm thankful for my time with SP, but if she's gone, she's gone. And I could always just do like what you did. Like I said, you're my motivation on business. See, Josh, hold on, Josh. What'd you say? Where's Joshua? Hello, are you filmed from Yellowstone? What the fuck? I've never seen the background like this. You look cold. Yes, this is Yellowstone. I've never seen Yellowstone, but I would assume this is Yellowstone. Yeah. Oh, yup. You finally just seen that. Yeah. Yeah, I thought you were saying that you guys were together. Hey, yo, thinking about doing the stand-up comedy next week. What do you think? I can crack a joke myself without affecting self-concept. Well, it's funny you say that, Sean, too, because I don't know if I mentioned this on this channel. I did do stand-up for a long time. Not a long time, but on and off since I was 18 years old. So for the past 7 years, on and off, I'll do it. And I still write jokes and stuff. So I do know this, this is what affected and fucked up my comedy the most when I was doing it, was the subconscious plays no fucking games. It will take true to whatever you say. So saying something again and again and again, something why I think a lot of comedians have depression. But I do believe if you keep a strong enough self-concept, you can overcome it. Because I was doing it for a while. One of my jokes was, I was like, yeah, me and my girlfriend, we just broke up. We had irreconcilable differences. See, I liked having sex with her, but she liked having sex with other people, so it didn't work out. If you can't tell, my favorite comedian is Norm Macdonald, so that was where I always would inflect my voice. That's why I hated doing it too, because I would inflect my voice or do like him or Rodney. Him or Rodney Dangerfield would be the ones I would do. But Hassan, I would say you're fine. Go ahead, go do it. If things aren't going the way you want already, that's how I kind of took it too. It's like things aren't going the way I want already. Why not just fucking do it? Like go out, do stand up. What's the worst that could happen? If you're having fun and you're genuinely enjoying yourself and you don't believe or take to heart what you're saying, you should be fine. You will be, especially if you believe you'll be fine. Sometimes I would just see negative results, and I think it would come from like because I was trying to make a living and stand up, and it wasn't happening. Thank you, Josh. Yes, just do it. Don't think too much about it. Don't think it's gonna affect your self concept, but your subconscious does play no game. So if you internalize it, like I have a character on the Flex. I'll tell you guys this now. So if you guys want to follow it and watch that too on TikTok called Flex Entertainment 1. I'm developing stories and stuff for it too, like a story arc for all the characters. But as an example, I didn't realize till later on the character I have called the Cockroach. It's me in a roach suit, and his story was the origin of like Spider-Man. He's a plumber at a dirty restaurant, and he has to fix the toilet, and a radioactive roach comes out and bites him. I don't even think roaches bite, but so he goes home to tell his wife while he's all like in the roach suit. I'm in the roach suit, and his wife's laying in bed, and there's a man laying in bed, and she's like, he goes, "Is that another guy in the bed?" And she goes, "Are you a giant roach right now?" And then the guy in bed goes, "No, he's a cockroach," because he's cucking him. And then he starts laughing, and then that spirals out, and then the cockroach is born, and he's like parodies all the superheroes. Anyway, that's the comedy bit or whatever I wrote. Then I wound up getting cheated on. So I don't know if there's a correlation to it because I also had negative thoughts on my relationship too. Comedy can just be comedy. A lot of comedians live great lives. A lot have depression and stuff, but do that. Can you say what you do for work that makes you unhappy? Not sure where you work, but what, not where you work, but what type of work you do. Yeah, so I'm a building engineer. I got into that when I was 18. On and off. I quit for a while, came back because I went to college for a little bit, but building engineer. So in my city, it's good. It's a union job, pays really good. I work in a building, anything like boilers, chillers, plumbing, electric, changing lights, fixing random things, little bits of carpentry, basically anything in a building that breaks, I fix it. I'm not a tool guy. I'm not very good at these are all negative self-concepts and stuff on it, but like I have a certain hatred for it because it is what kind of took away from my dreams. At 18, I was going to move to LA. I didn't have the money. I was going to move to LA, and I didn't know how to manifest well back then. I just knew, think positive, think positive, think positive. Like, I didn't know live in the end, and everyone is you pushed out. I didn't know all the techniques back then. So at 18, I would just picture myself, or I didn't picture myself doing anything. I mean, my family's like, here's a union job. Go do this. We knew people in it, so we got in. And I've hated it. I'm not a tool guy. I'm not into all that stuff. I like working out, bodybuilding. I want to follow Arnold's path. Bodybuild, do action movies and funny stuff and comedy, and go to school for acting out in LA. And that was my plan at 18 years old. And then this job came along and it paid good and stuff like that. So I've been doing that, but it makes me, I feel unfulfilled, you know. So that's why I'm trying to figure out how to get out. I thought you were in banking. No, I'm in business. If you don't know, I know Joshua in real life. That's an inside joke about banking and business. I've been crazy. Oh, wait, did I say business or you say? No, I said business. Yeah, banking's crazy business. Crazy business. That's one of our inside jokes. I think it was either Yup Yup or Hershey told me in one of the streams that we should put that on a shirt called Manifesting Crazy Business. If you guys would buy the shirt as merch, let me know. I'll make it. All right, I think it's time to light the Mexican cigar after another water. I think we go. You would buy that, Josh? All right, we'll be ready. Hopefully your banking is paid off. If you buy it, you have to pick it up though, Josh. It'll give you an excuse to come 3 hours to visit me. All right, here. Should we do the unveiling? The Mexican cigar, which is not even Mexican. It's just Habano Cuba. They're saying it's actual Cuban. You know, I do want to go back to Mexico. I'm not going to lie. I was scared of getting my head chopped off, but I want to go back now. It's saying it's Cuban. I doubt it because everything in America that said Cuban cigar has never really been a Cuban cigar. I'm not going to lie either. It looks stale. It was being carried by a guy who offered me weed and then coke and then sold SP pot lighters and not pot pipes and sold me that. But oh look here, I bought this too. It's a nice little dancing guy from where I went. So let's light this. What's the thing from that guy on the show, Homelander? I said, let's light this baby. Let's light this candle. Boy, that was a struggle lighting that one. This flame is kind of weak. Maybe not. Maybe there's not enough juice in it. Let's see. I saw some comments come up. Arnold is the perfect person to mimic. He definitely used. Yeah, I mean, Arnold did. He would. He definitely was a manifester. He used to get to where he is. There's an amazing story there. Yeah, Arnold was a great manifester. Still is, and that was my dream to be working out at Muscle Beach every day, making films, stuff like that. What do you do when you miss your SP and his voice? Something. Oh, sorry. Something you can do is inner conversation. So I said I was going to make a video on it. I might as well talk about it now. If you could sit quiet enough or in a way where you could hear your SP's voice. Sorry, Peter, whatever you just wrote just got retracted again. If you could sit where you hear... I'm sorry, my nose is like... Fuck. It's probably being out here in the cold and my ear is still messed up from the plane. When you miss your SP's voice... Go in your mind, and if you can, hear it. Hear them say what you want them to say, and then respond like you want it to say it. So what you would tell them. So picture your SP say whatever you want to hear. So I'm so sorry I left or whatever, and can you forgive me? And you hear it, and then maybe a vision starts to come with it, and then you go into what do you call it? What you would say to them, and then hear how they would respond to that. And then that way you spiral into a positive thing and you're hearing their voice. Sometimes it could be hard, but you remember it the best you can. And if you can't, then just have that conversation. What's the name of the smoke? I'm Cuban, so I know a little bit about those things. It's Cohiba. So I do know Cohiba's a good brand. It's kind of expensive and stuff. This is only my second or third Cohiba I think I've had. But it says Habano Cuba. Edición limitada. My Spanish is worse than my English. It's a movie quote. But, yeah. Here. Let's see if I can. Trying to get it. Yeah, it's a Cohiba. But if Cohibas are Cuban, then I've had Cuban cigar before. So I don't think a legit Cuban cigar that you're going to get it cheap or for under $30. Oh, never inhaled. It's nice to see real stuff. Oh, a good end scene would be celebrating vlog anniversary and her snuggling into you saying she's happy she chose. Yup, I love that. Thank you for the end scene. And I do, yeah. So I think I'm going to go with that. Manifest that. Because like I said, I'm trying not to. Oh wow, my shoes still have vomit stained on them from the trip. uh, but okay, yep. I'm gonna use that scene. I'm gonna try and like create it better. Maybe like well, not better than what you said. What you said is good, but like a way for me to see it. This doesn't. It is stale too. I think, or not too bad. But yep. I like that. I'm gonna go with that scene. I think for my particular thing, and I'm gonna try to. And I'm picturing myself a month or two from now saying, "I'm so happy I'm financially free. Like I wanted to get this fire department job, but for Chicago, but I didn't get it because there's whatever my documents were messed up on it or something. Even though I got a number to test, but I felt like I would be more fulfilled as a fireman than what I do." But it's still not ultimately what I want to do. So why not just go to that? We know what the end is, what we really want. I saved old voicemail from SP. When I miss her, I listen to it. Or listen to videos too. I've got videos of SP that I used to listen to of us having a good time. Probably counterproductive, but it helps me move on with the day. Damn, bro, that Spanish is fire. He thought that Spanish is fire. Yeah, you should have heard when I was fucked up at the restaurant on vacation. Oh, hold on, we got this. I might discuss some people. I'm gonna blow my nose, so bear with me. All right. And I unclogged the wrong ear too. Yeah, my Spanish is so good that when I got fucked up and she wound up trying to get in the dolphin enclosure, whatever, waiting for me. I went in the bathroom because I'm like, I don't know if I'm going to shit or throw up or whatever. I told her I just got to go to the bathroom. I sat down. And I remember hitting my head on the door and I like felt like I was knocked out. Maybe because she's like, I remember her go, baby, are you fine? Are you good? And I was like, yeah, get out of here. Then I come out, she's gone. I stagger around, I find her bag at the table, I put my head down, and I feel like throw up coming and stuff like that. And then they wanted to throw me out after I threw up. And I said, yo, mierda, es la novia in el baño. And I was trying to say, I'm looking for my girlfriend. I think she's in the bathroom. And then I couldn't find my phone or wallet. And I was like, oh shit, I'm fucked. I'm in Mexico with no phone or wallet. And I'm like, wait, this is her purse. And I remember looking at it. And I guess she ordered coffee to the table. And I knocked it over. And then they told her in Spanish I threw it on the ground. And I threw up all over people or myself or whatever. It was not good, but that was my Spanish. So in Spanish, yo mira es novia en el baño means I'm looking for my girlfriend. I think she's in the bathroom to me. Which is what made SP say she didn't want to go to Italy with me because she goes, yeah, those might be your people, but you're worried about getting your head chopped off in Mexico. She goes, well, the mafia's going to kill us in Italy. She goes, because you don't even speak your own language. But Spanish and Italian are very close, so I'm trying to learn both of them, I think. Or I have this end scene, too. I should have this end scene. Eiffel Tower, not the sex position, but Eiffel Tower, the place, with SP. I'm not sharing third parties. With SP at the Eiffel Tower, having dinner, excuse me, as one of our trips and then vlogging it. Yeah, yep, that sucks. If you do that, I've never deleted it, anything with her. Even when I was like really sad, not feeling it. But remember, your imagination is more powerful than anything in the 3D anyway, so focus on what you want. And remember the good memories the best that you can. Scar's not bad, but not great. He also cut it like a fucking dickhead. Do you smoke cigars too, Peter? Or do you just know about Cuban because you're Cuban? I should learn how to say lighter. Maybe it's this. Enciendo premium esculito. Esculito. As the helicopter. I already know what he's gonna talk about. So visiting you, it was probably looking for you while you were in Mexico. So when I would sit out here smoking cigars, missing SP, trying to visualize and stuff like that, I would have many nights out in the summer nights at my parents' place over here, and I live by an airport. So there would be helicopters going by, and I would tell Josh about it. I'm like, "Oh, the helicopter's here." And he's like, "Oh," he goes, "Oh, you going crazy with, oh, the helicopter coming to get you? Oh, this," and like he goes, "You like Goodfellas," and I would be all. He's like, "Oh, you're all paranoid." He goes, "You," I'm not gonna say SP's name. He goes, "Missing SP and helicopters coming to get you." It was stupid, but like that's funny. I'll buy that shirt, make it into women's cuts too. Of course, yes. See, what I would do is like everyone who makes the shirts too. Like this is one of the things I wanted to sell. I wanted to sell fitness brand clothing for a while too, but like I wanted to find something original. I think every guy who's ever worked out in the gym or anyone who's worked out in the gym wanted to sell T-shirts with their own personal brand or whatever. I would sell comfortable shirts like this light. Oh, I'm not wearing one now, but light material, easy, breathable. Not those Gillian or Gildan shirts that are thick as fuck with scratchy paint on them. It'd be nice, premium quality shirts. Yeah, like Peter said. I mean, look how far Peter's come. Look at me too. Even like I said, I'm at the point now. It's like you should be too. It's like you've had them. You've sorry, I hate this view I have of the camera. But you had SP. You had your time with them. If you don't get them back, I'm not saying you're not going to. I'm not saying give up on it, but I'm saying like accept that. Tom Kieran talks about this. Accept the negative as a possibility. If it is going to be that way, then it is. You're not going to die if you don't have SP. It's not the end of the world. It sucks. It hurts. But not to quote again, I keep quoting because there's a lot of good lessons. I know, especially because we have women viewers, and a lot of women don't like Andrew Tate, but not to quote about him, but he does have the one saying that where he quotes that energy cannot be created nor destroyed, it can only be transferred. There's truth to that because, like I said, I'm an engineer, so we have to learn all the different like laws of thermodynamics and stuff. So that is an actual law of thermodynamics, and when you translate it like that, going from a breakup, energy cannot be created nor destroyed, only changing states. So you go from the state of love and all that stuff, that energy that you were going to convert into heartbreak and depression and stinking down and feeling bad for yourself, convert it into something else. Like use that, so it's going down, turn it back up and push it towards something positive and constructive and use it for energy and motivation. I would definitely wear a wristband too if you made them. What would Mystic do? Like WWJD, one that were famous back in the day. I do remember those WWJD ones. What would Mystic do? That was kind of blasphemous though, so I can't. Just like the first time I listened to Neville and I thought I was going to hell, but I can't stop listening. No, I don't smoke anything, never have. I drink. My dad was a pilot for Eastern Airlines and he flew to Cuba a lot, so I would see him smoke them. So I learned. Okay, yeah, that's cool. That's cool though that he did. Yeah, I never smoked either until like 2 years ago. Joshua knows about the albino. It's not really albino, but it's just a really white guy that we used to hang out with. Uh, he got really into cigars. He asked me to smoke one with him for a celebrate, and then after that, then I showed my brother. But my brother quit when my grandma passed away, smoking. So I just smoke on my own now. I don't hang out with that group anymore. Josh is the only one still from that group that I talk to. Well, yes, what got me into smoking? Yeah, and Peter talking about drinking. I might not ever drink again after this. Nah, I'm not gonna lie, because I did buy a lot of tequila. Mescal was the drink I got that fucked me up. It actually had me emotional with SP too. SP seen me cry for the first time, which is, no one has ever seen me cry in person, except for my father when I was a small child, who seen me do that in front of other kids when someone stole my backpack. He said, "You never cry in public. You never show weakness." I never did. Never cried in public, and only cried a handful of times after that. Actually, SP was the most out of those. Once from my grandma dying, once from my other grandma dying, once from when I lost my dog dying, or one time when my father was disappointed that I quit my job that he wanted me to do. And then the other 3 times were for SP. So about half the times I cried in my life were for this SP. Chalk up another one. Yeah. She's more than half the times I cried in my life. What do you say about circumstances don't matter as far as yup situation goes? I mean, well, for yup, like her situation is, I know she says she's older, but it's not really that old. I believe, if I remember correctly, yup says she's in her 30s. Yup doesn't, like, by her own definition, she's a good looking woman. I've never seen her before, but I trust and believe that she's a beautiful woman, like she says, and that she's attracted to, or not attracted to, macho guys, meaning a guy who maybe, from my understanding, works out, does like maybe a beard or whatever. I don't know her description of a macho guy, but I was taking it as someone who works out and carries himself as a bigger guy and like macho or whatever. I don't know how she describes macho, but she said she would pick like nerdier guys who she didn't think would go away or something like that. So in that she settles because she, in a way, already like, unless that's her type. But from her own definition, was choosing those guys because she didn't think that they would treat her bad. So by my assumption, I believe that maybe she was with a macho guy before who treated her bad, took that assumption, placed it on everyone in that category, and then went to someone else because it was a settling, because she thought she would not experience the same thing, but then experienced it with that. And the problem is not from without. It could be no matter what type of person. I mean, like I said, in my opinion, my SP is below my league, but why is she treating me bad and acting like she's better than me? It's because everything comes within. So I could go out and find a supermodel, she'll treat me the same way. And I could go find a girl who's, like as Neville would say, homely or very not good looking, and be with her, and she would cheat or do something too, because if my self-concept and my inner dialogue is not fixed, that person or any person is not going to see or treat you the way that you deserve to be treated, because you don't believe it, that you're worth it. So for her situation, I would say she would focus heavy self-concept work and the money like she wants now. If she truly wants that SP that she wanted, and it is that man or no man, then she could still do it. But she may need to take a seat back, we'll focus on money, and let the old story fade away naturally if she can't change it herself now. But if she can change it now, or doesn't care and wants a new SP, script out the perfect ideal man. Don't worry about when he gets here. Let him get here when he gets here. And in the meantime, focus on money and the things you want. And your main dreams. Like, we have to have other dreams besides SP. Like, even myself, I fall guilty into the trap too. I had all these goals before I met SP. And then SP comes along and then I'm stuck at only SP. Like, that can't be your whole life. And Joshua says, top 2 things you did in Mexico. A nice cruise, and then fighting with the timeshare people who tried to trick me. Trying to like get this to like, it's not a smooth smoke. I'm not enjoying it. I will say that. It has burned through the inside. 30s. I wish I was in my 30s again, knowing what I know now. Probably the oldest geezer in this kid. No, I don't think like that. I don't see any much pictures really. I can only see like the little one. But from what I see, Peter, you look like you're in your 30s too. Josh, do you remember when a certain man that we knew once burned his eyebrows off with a cigar lighter? It would have matched the rest of him that was balding. I only say that because that's something I never revised or changed. Was our old friend? Well, I think Josh still talks to them, but that friend group, I never revised that. I know you can revise apologies and stuff from friends and stuff. People have asked me about that. We've had an old friend group that was talking shit about my brother and me behind my back, and I had an assumption that they didn't really like my brother too much, and it turned out they didn't. And then they didn't like, and then I was like, well, that means that they don't like me either. But if you talk shit about my brother, it's weird. I would draw the line in the 3D with this group of friends I had for years and just drop them like nothing. And then when SP came along, I was not able to drop her, which is why I feel some kind of connection. But also, like I said earlier in the thing, because of SP, I'm still on this planet, but I can't say other words about it. But yeah. I'm not enjoying this. It's not a good one. This guy also tried to sell me coke too. Yeah, mental diet and self-concept first. Something I'm going to try and do as well too. Like this week, I mean, whenever I turn this off, I think I'm just going to stay here at my parents' house, wake up, get a solid workout in, meditation, blah, 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 all that stuff. Then picture myself, or not picture myself, go to the gym, get a good workout in, go do some kickboxing with my brother, write some skits and stuff with him, get all this stuff together. If I go on work on my breaks and stuff like that, if I get breaks, do whatever I got to do. Do whatever I got to do for the vlog stuff, put that together, order this thing for SP, and then tonight as I'm falling asleep, drift off into this scene that like Yup described. I'm so glad that we started this channel and I chose the right guy. Like, it's a good one. That's the ghost of Leah. He said I'm a businessman. Yes, Joshua does still talk to them. Well, if you see the ghost of Leon, tell him that not to call the Better Business Bureau. You got to see all these inner jokes. Damn. Hey, good to see you too, brother. How you doing? Did you just get here? Yeah, it is killing me. No, it's more or less like right now I'm like in so much pain in my ear from that. Like when I slept on the plane ride back, I fell asleep. Like SP was right here in these tiny little seats. There's no one actually on this side, but I fall asleep like that, trying to like. Oh wait, that just didn't undo it. No, I was like trying to like give her like somewhere to rest, and then lay down like that, and then pop my ear and like this one has not like come back in like it's been over 24 hours. I flew Frontier back, not to bash Frontier. This is not a place for traveling, but the vlog channel will be. But that place spread my wallet's ass cheeks and just did what it did because that was ridiculous. It was, oh, here's a nice cheap flight back. Oh, yeah, baby, here, you picked out a good flight for us. No, it was not because I get charged $300-something in taxes, and then my bag went over the weight, so it was $115 for my bag, the big bag to put on there, which I get that, I guess. Then my carry-on was $60-70 too, so what, we got $170, almost $200 in bags, and then we got what else? Then random $300-something or $400 of taxes. Then flight was almost $400 itself, so almost $1,000 just. And then and I had to do a connecting flight too, and then we almost lost our bag because they didn't move it naturally. We just happened to see it. So yeah, I'm not flying Frontier again. Fuck that. Oh, yeah, nice. Oh, 5 a.m.? Damn, you wake up, first thing you see, you guys see my ugly mug is the first thing, choking on a cigar. But thanks for stopping in, Mark. Yeah, we were just talking about when I had my trip with SP. Things went well. We talked about starting a vlog channel together, and because I was asking for divine intervention, and I kind of came up with the idea on the airplane. It came to me in a dream in the airplane. So filmed the vlog with her. I haven't slapped it all together, but there's a lot of stuff to go through, and like I said, tomorrow I'm going to work on that. And people here said they would watch, and, she said, oh, if we get a lot of viewers and stuff, then maybe I'll continue it and see what happens. There goes the Frontier sponsorship. Frontier's about to go out of business because she fucking pulled up their thing while we're sitting on the plane, their reviews. All the reviews were from that day. They just charged me for this. They just charged me for that. All these 1-star reviews. I don't know how that company's in business. Oh, nice. Up all night working. Oh, you do CGI? That's awesome. Well, maybe I'll have to hire you to do some CGI in some of my films, my short films. I was working on, I was kind of writing one out, a horror film, but like with an action comedic star, which is where I kind of bridge all my stuff together. And then I found Evil Dead, and I've never seen that before, but I'm like, man, Ash is like the perfect hero for that. I don't know if you guys have ever seen that, but what kind of CGI do you do? Do you work on films, or is it for like your own stuff or just personal things? I try to get to know everyone here. I want this to be like the manifesting mystic family. We'll call it the mystic family. Like I said, I don't go out much. I don't like my day job. I got downtime and stuff. I like to work out. And then this will distract me from SP. And this could distract all of us from SP if we all get together and we just work on this. What's circles fresh out of Fox? Oh, with smoke? I don't know how to do that. Let me see if I could try. No. Half of this is probably just going to be the smoke from cold out here, too. I was just running, just stuffed up. I go from a couple days ago in Mexico, 80, 90 degrees, to back here in 40 degrees. Or less, we're probably close to 30s. I don't want the snow to start. I would love to manifest not being at that job when the snow starts. Watch me manifest myself get fired or something. My boss did call me while I was on vacation. He said, "What are you up to?" It's like, "You drunk asshole. You know I'm out on vacation. Don't bother me." So I didn't respond to it. Then he calls me while I'm enjoying nice quality tacos in Mexico with my SP. Get the fuck out of here. What happens after you get your SP? I'm close to landing one that I've been working on, but I'm afraid after I get there, it will lose the meaning. I'm a straight male, if that helps. Yeah, Josh, I didn't know that you were actually manifesting someone, Josh. But Josh is a success story. Correct me if I'm wrong on your story, Josh. Josh would have liked to live in a certain area, and he wanted to manifest it for a certain price. I'm going to get to your question, Josh. I just wanted to give everyone a little bit of the success story that you had, but you couldn't find anything in the certain area that was in your price range, and you knew it was an expensive area, but you were at church one day, and then you said, okay, you know what? I'm just going to go check it out for the hell of it. You go there, you go to a showing, and you find out something exactly that you wanted. And remember, I told you, I don't know what techniques you used, but you wound up going to a place that was affordable, and you just closed on it, so that's good. But once you get your SP, once you get your SP and you're afraid of losing them, that's the hard part. It's like attracting them. I don't think, in my opinion, it's not hard to get SP back into your life. Getting a commitment or getting like certain things, like whatever part you're blocked on, that's the hard part. So keeping them could be hard, or you could run into a bump and then start having fears. Fear is the enemy. Whatever you fear, you attract. Denzel Washington said that once when he was talking about manifesting, and it's true. So don't fear. Easier said than done. Damn, this thing keeps dying too. I'm a student and I sell video game assets. Maybe in part of the team I could work on movie stuff. I've been following your manifestation stuff for a while. I have a university hand in. So, that's Mark. I like Mark even better. Well, first of all, Mark, thanks for watching the channel for a while. I hope it's given you some success and you've been enjoying it. Hold on. But you're going to talk about Star Wars and appeal to my nerdy side, because I love Star Wars. If you go on my comedy channel, there's plenty of stuff with fucking lightsabers and stupid things, but I have to use the Ultra Sabers because I can't. I'm acid editing. I hate editing. I know how to edit and put together film scenes and things like that. It's tedious and long, but you could get into like a nice little groove of not manifesting. We're on the manifest. You get a nice little editing groove and stuff like that. You could spend easily all night. So yeah, I could picture why you didn't go to sleep. But I have a university hand in soon. Oh, so you have to have a project done soon, so you sell. So your stuff's more video game related. Gotta hit the sack, y'all. Big day. I'm at tomorrow. Love this community. You all stay safe, manifesting. Good night, bro. Thank you for a nice live chat in your time. Thank you for stopping in, Peter. Have a great night's sleep. Good luck tomorrow with your big day. And we're all supporting you here. I'm gonna try and do one every night. This will be hard, but it will be more towards. If I do one every night, it's going to be like towards 11 o'clock at night. So maybe Mondays, I've got Mondays off now. So until I can manifest myself into a better job, then maybe we'll do these on Sunday or Monday night or whatever. Because I have to try and manifest SP to be together with me this weekend or next weekend, or whatever. I'll do some Christmas stuff with her. But whatever it is, I'm more open. Should be like Peter right now and get financial freedom. Yeah, manifested someone in and out of my life. I lost her in fear, like you were saying, and not working on manifesting back then. Now working on manifesting. Yeah. So that's, pretty much how it is, Mark. Is manifesting them in is easy if you believe it. like when I would believe it's easy and I did all my stuff like that, it was very easy, and I got her back. But it seemed like the keeping was the hard part because fears start coming in, fears of things in the past and fears of what you've seen, and especially when you have a history with the person too, the old story just weighs in quick and everything. It can really fuck stuff up. So the old story can really get you. But if you don't have an old story, so well, you said you're manifesting her back. So, um, the old story would be it's possible. Not that it is going to be one, but it could be an issue when you bring her back. You have to learn to be able to forgive and forget, and move on. Oh, okay, yeah, no, Mark, it's funny too because I don't know if you've seen it. I did. Oh, you were saying not. Yeah, I know. I know you're not manifesting. Or you're not. Sorry, I'm all over the place. I know you're not like doing CGI work for Star Wars, but well, actually, I was kind of thinking you're doing like fan film stuff or whatever. But no, it is like Star Wars. I did do. I don't know if you've seen it, but I've done analogies or at least in the lives talked about it before. That it is like Yoda says, where it's like fear leads to anger, anger leads to hate, hate leads to suffering, like everything like that. It is exact manifesting, dude, is exactly like Star Wars and like the Force and all that stuff, and like Qui-Gon. Your focus determines your reality. So whatever you're focused on is what's going to happen, and fear is the biggest one. What happened? Anakin feared losing Padme because of a dream. I feared losing my SP that she was going to cheat through a dream, and then the more I tried to prevent it, the more it pushed her away and into that. So it's funny. The more you do it, yeah, yeah, Yoda's the G. So exactly like what do you say? I'm down for Mystic Mondays, Monday night Mystic merch. Hopefully soon. I must go to bed myself. Good night, all. Good night, Josh. We'll see you later. But yeah, no, it is all like Star Wars, where it's like whatever your focus determines your reality. Whatever you're focused on, you're gonna get. So, and whatever you fear, that's what's gonna come to. Like everything I've tried to prevent from fear has come. And to give more of a Bible quote, I believe it was Job that said, "And all that I fear has come to pass." So whatever you fear happens. So fear nothing. Trust in your ability. Trust in the Force. I see all the viewers starting to dwindle. I'm talking about Star Wars now. Maybe there's not as many nerds as I thought in the group too. My eyes are burning now. I'm gonna try and like finish off the cigar. So if anyone has any questions, or Josh started this before too, mystic moments. Does anyone have any mystic moments or things that they achieved this week through manifesting, or your favorite tips that you've used this week to make you, or your tips or tricks or techniques that you've used that you liked a lot and that you enjoyed this week? Or just success or something good this week that happened. Something you're thankful for this week. Hey, that's awesome, Leon. You manifested a new job. Leon, if I'm not mistaken, I believe I have an email from you. I just got back from Mexico. I will reply to that as soon as possible. I've got kind of a big day tomorrow, too. But I believe it was Leon who sent me a message, and I believe I was reading it while I was while SP was in the bathroom at one of the restaurants, but I was not able to get back to you. But I am trying to get back to everybody. If anyone new is in here, I was talking about earlier, I was trying to do the coaching and stuff for a while, and it did get overwhelming because it started like making me see other people's stuff, and I was bringing fears into my own life. And that's why the one girl, Veronica, if I think her name was Veronica, was trying to help me when I first started the channel to go over pricing and stuff. She goes, because you're going to burn out, you're going to run into things, and all these sad stories are going to make you so you should be charging. So it's like, yeah. But I'm trying to help as many people as I can for free. My mind's in a little bit better place now. So anyway, Leon, I saw your email. I'm going to get back to you soon. Anything urgent I can answer too on here while I'm still here. I'm finishing off the cigars. Probably like 20 more minutes left on it. But congratulations on the new job, though. I cannot fix this ear right now. It's really hurting. Oh boy. Someone give me a jumping off point. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll have to reread it. I do remember you saying something about her being similar, and you sent me a couple paragraphs. I have to go back and reread it. I do remember that does sound familiar, though. I think there was like 3 emails I was trying to read while we were sitting there at dinner, and I was just trying to be focused and present on that moment, do our vlogs together. And if you're like Leon, I know you just got here, Mark, you just got here too. I was talking about doing a vlog with my SP, but where we show like all the good and bad to everything, and we travel more and do things. And she was interested and down for the idea. And then the second I started fearing it, once again, I feared when we got back, if I asked her if she's sure about it, she was like, "Oh, put it together first and let me know, and then maybe we'll do it." So the second fear ever enters, that's when the shit goes down the hill. So it's like, you cannot be afraid ever. You have to trust your abilities. You have to trust in yourself. Do not let fear slip through. Easier said than done. Let me see if I could do this. My ear hurts, so I'll try. Oh, that was stupid. I started to put the cigar in there. Yes, not just your fear. It's all. Hold on. Oh, it's only popping this here. It's crazy. This one is just so fucked up. Maybe I went deaf. Because I can't hear shit out of it. Maybe I could just sue Frontier. It's cold in Chicago. Okay, hold on. Falling behind. Start to remember all the good memories and revise the situation. Over the therapy, I feel like he's gone for good. Well, I've been there, Leon, about feeling that your person's gone because of a third party. My SP was with apparently a third party before she even met me. She had 4 years with him, a year and a half now with me. That motherfucker was gone in 2 weeks. And then the second I feared he'd come back, he came back. And then when the summertime, I was like, she's probably just being a hoe anyway and shit like that. And there was multiple people over the summer, and there was a little period with him. So she went from leaving me to go back with him when I feared. Then when I feared that she was being a hoe, because I was like, I'm so confident I got rid of him without even knowing the story. But then I was like, yeah, I got rid of him, but now she's probably being a hoe. Then that happened, and then boom, now she's back with me. But I was like, she's never going to want a relationship with me again. So now I'm stuck in that. Like, that's my block now. But once I unblock that, then it will be fully committed. But it's never over. But right now it feels impossible too. So anything you feel is impossible until you could get over that block. So I would advise many manifestations. Write down a list of little things, even something stupid. What's a car color you don't see very much? Yellow? I see a yellow car. People say angel numbers. I would use those too. They don't mean anything other than whatever you assigned them the meaning of. So I want to see more angel numbers, like whatever ones. Or I want to see more of this. Use all that, no matter how stupid it is. Or I'd like to get a free cup of coffee, like everyone always does, or a free whatever. Those things start to appear in your life. I had my hair long and like it looked like shit. Some people liked it, but I wouldn't put hair gel in there or nothing. One day I was like, I'm gonna get so many compliments on how good my hair looks, even though I knew it looked like shit, and I would. So let me see. Yeah, your SP is just you. Is you pushed out. So whatever you believe your SP is doing, your SP is doing. Whatever you believe your SP is thinking, your SP is thinking. Even if you don't see it reflecting, it's there. He's toxic and never loved her because she was in a car wreck and I came for her. And now he will be gone and I will be sure my SP will be safe. Well, yes, let's hope that she's safe. I'm sorry that had to happen, but sometimes, like I said earlier, that bad situations result, no matter how bad it looks, it's a good thing for you in the end. 12, 21, 9. Those are your numbers, Mark, that you like to see? Oh, nice. 21's actually one of the ones I use too. And just if you don't see those numbers sometimes, don't be like, oh, and I didn't see the number, because some lady used to ask me about, like, oh, well, what do the angel numbers mean? I said they don't mean anything unless you, like, oh, does each one mean something different? If you believe they do. Does each one mean something? If you believe it does. If do they mean nothing? If you believe they don't. It's everything in this world is your belief. She'll choose me. She already chose you though, Leanne. That's it. Live now. She chose you. It's been done. All creation is finished, as Neville said. Live as if she's yours. What would you do tonight if she was yours? If it's watch a movie with her and you don't have her right now, go watch that movie and feel that thing like she's laying on your chest or hanging out with you. Just live that life now. Okay, I'll tell you this one, Leanne. I don't know how long you've been watching the channel for, if you remember this part of my story. So basically, she was with third party, who she was with for a long time. And I didn't know, because she would see me in their breakups, and we would date for a while, but she would never put title or whatever. But I started visualizing an end scene when I knew she had a third party, and I knew she loved them online. But she never had a picture with him up there. With pictures of me and her on social media now, which was actually something I wrote down. She got me this gift on the trip when we went on our trip. Something else I wrote down in my manifesting book. All things I thought were impossible back in February happened. Then when I lost her, I thought I'll never get her back again. Everything that... It's time, brother. It's time is what is going to... Like, patience, time, and lack of fear. It's hard when you see him. I've still actually never seen the guy's face. They told me he looked like me, but Puerto Rican. And I don't know. Someone told me he looked like a Puerto Rican version of me. But I feel like it would make it harder to see their face. But okay, you'd go to bed and laugh at memes with her. Then when you're done watching this stream, go in your bed, look at the memes, and have the inner conversation with her, like, hey, did you see this one, babe? Oh, that's funny. Yeah, look at that. Like, go back and forth like that, man. Like, it's done already. Once, but they never kissed. But she called him baby once, and it made me mad. But I said, hell nah, she finna be mine. Yeah. So that's how it is. Like, you know it. It's already done. We'll do that tonight. Yeah. So do that tonight, and then pick your end scene as you fall asleep. My end scene that I would pick was her with resting her head on my chest, arm over me like this, my hand on her back, around her shoulder, curly hair up on my neck and everything like that. And I felt that real. And once I felt that, I picture her big brown eyes looking up at mine. Like, I'm very good at visual. Everyone has a different thing. If you can't visualize, then try something else. But visualization is what I would, even like Neville said, remember his climb your ladder. Climb the ladder every day, but then write down, I will not climb the ladder. So you're using affirmations against what you did, but to say, I won't climb the ladder, I won't climb the ladder, I won't climb the ladder. But your brain is not thinking, I will not. It is just thinking, climb the ladder. So it's picturing climb the ladder when you say, I won't climb it. And you're falling asleep with climbing the ladder, so you do. Within 2 weeks, I had my SP. So I can't stick to the one that I need right now. Is like her saying, I love you. It's been very hard, but I'm trying to picture holding her, how it'd feel, and this and that, and just looking me in the eyes and saying it. But then I go into like the negative old story. But after this great week, I would just ignore all the negative that's been coming in as of today. revise today. Today went exactly the way I wanted it to. And then live in that end. And I'll go to sleep with that same thing where she's laying there. And Yup Yup, actually, I don't know if Yup Yup is still here, but she gave the end scene, lay there. And she's so happy we started a vlog together and stuff like that. So if anyone hasn't seen it in the beginning, I believe I'm going to start a vlog with SP. I was debating it. So if you guys would like to check that out, just the only stipulation is do not say I'm a life coach. I'm a life coach, not a manifester, because I don't want her to know yet. Because I feel like I can't manifest away from that. I go back to good old memories. I try to communicate. Exactly. Yeah, good memories. Actually, that was something where SP did communicate back. Because if the world is a mirror, then and everyone is you pushed out, they will reflect sometimes what you need to do. Like she used to tell me, just picture the good memories. Just picture the good memories. Don't, like when our relationship was falling apart, just think the good times. That's what I'm trying to do. And I didn't. I paid off a bill. Wait, I paid off a bill. Feels like an accomplishment. Are you questioning that? Or, oh no, you did pay off a bill, right? Yeah, it is an accomplishment. Everything you do is an accomplishment. Or not an account. Everything, whatever you assign a meaning to. I mean, if you thought it was going to be hard, you paid it off. Then yeah, it's an accomplishment. There you go. Yeah, just draw from an old story. I've done that too, and then the old story will repeat itself too. Like I wind up back in the same thing. Like I used to picture myself at this restaurant with her. And actually, the first date we ever went on, we were at that today, and I was like, suiting way to end everything, too, if this is the end, because like I said, I was up in the middle about it and stuff, but we sat down, we actually sat at the spot where I met her best friend and her mom, her friend's mom, who she's very close with herself. We walked by the table, they were sitting at that table, we actually sat at it, then me and her sat at this other table, I was looking at our table where we sat, and I said, man, a year and a half ago, we sat at that table on our first date, and we've been through all this shit, and it's like, throwing my cigar everywhere. But the scene, I pictured that scene before in that restaurant. And I pictured that same booth, but picturing that we walked past it, but the fact that I was focused on it is what brought it about. But I mean, look, I wound up back in that same situation, so if you focus on the old one too. Sounds wacky, but psychic / force. Yeah, it is the force. The will of the force, which is your will. I'm smoking a Cohiba, which is, but it says Habano Cuba. So I got this when I was in Mexico. Some guy was selling like pot pipes, and I don't smoke pot, but I saw him holding a cigar. I think it was for himself. I said, how much for that? So I bought this to say I bought a cigar in Mexico. Hey, Softy, how you doing? I'm doing good. How about you? How did it go? It went well. If you just got in here, we were talking about, me and SP decided to do a vlog together. We recorded it, we set everything up, and everything went great. Felt like everything was back to normal. I had one thing trigger me today where she told her daughter, when her daughter referred to us as a relationship, a couple, she goes, it's not a relationship, we're not dating. But her daughter was very confused. Her son-in-law was confused. Everyone was confused because everything we do is, but it's a fear I had that projected out. And then I also feared that she might not want to do the vlog anymore, but then we showed her family, and they were like, yeah. She goes, well, put it together, and we'll see how it goes. So if I do that, and I have to manifest that that's what I truly want, then I'll show you guys about it. And if you guys want to see, we'll do that. Just tell them, if you ever comment on it, just say I'm a life coach. But that's how it went. Hopefully everything's going good with you, Softy. Hell yeah, Leon. Yeah, do another card. Manifest something smaller, something that you have no attachment to, that you don't really care about or need or anything. And get that. Prove that the law works. Just picture yourself doing that. Sometimes we just need to remind ourselves. Hell yeah, do that. Yeah, manifest the car too. Nothing's impossible. Like right now, I said earlier, I can afford a motorcycle. I always wanted one, but I didn't care enough to buy it. I could buy one, but I'd rather manifest once I'm picturing a black motorcycle, either Indian or a what do you call it, cruiser. But I don't want to pay for it, even though I can. I don't want to pay for it or pay a ridiculous amount for it. So I'm picturing it. It'd be very nice, and I'm picturing myself riding with SP on it. It's nice to see you too, Aurora. Thank you for coming by. Another Honda Acura will do. Hey, if you like it, that's what you get, bro. Thank you, Softy. This is random, but everyone please help me manifest an approval for a request I submitted recently. The last time I was denied, and a lot is writing it. Well, it's already done, yup. So let's picture it like Neville said. Neville said it was very easy for him to manifest on behalf of others. And it's funny because me and Ink just talked about this earlier too. Manifesting on behalf of others. It's easy to manifest on their behalf. So I already picture you coming in here. Next time I do a live, everyone picturing a live, seeing yup right down that I got the approval. Guess what? Or I'm picturing an email too or something like where yup tells me that this died again. Cheap ass cigar. But I'm picturing that everything went well with Yup. So if you guys would like to do that too or practice it, it's something small. We have no attachment to it, and it is your reality, Yup. So you are the final decision maker to it. So it is all within you. That's good, Softy. Yeah, she's got this. It's already done. I got caught up in manifesting big things. I forgot to attract small things that build faith. Any suggestion on small things to manifest? Yeah, one of the things I would do was always like, well, I said an old-fashioned car. For days I didn't see it, and I'm like, I guess not. I walk in to my parents' house the one day, and my brother's got some TV show with all old-fashioned cars on. And then a chrome car. You never really see a chrome car. And I see the chrome car. Or compliments on my hair when I knew my hair looked like shit, people complimenting it, and it did. So like little stuff, any little thing, that's it. Yeah, that's nice. I'm glad to see all you guys supporting each other too. But remember, no crossing fingers, no hope, no you got this. It's already done. We already see that we're all like Rich Brianna used to say in the bodybuilding community, we're all in this together. So we already got all of our dreams. So we picture Yup as someone who's got approvals and everything works out. And her new magical SP that she's trying to manifest out of thin air has already arrived. And Mark and Leon both have their brand new cars. And everything is already worked out. And I picture them telling me about their cars and sending pictures of it. I had only one successful experience with manifesting an SP. Same day I manifested the reconciliation with SP. The same day at night I had another big fight. Now it seems too difficult to manifest him again. Hey, Softy, well, it's not impossible because I've had a lot of fights with SP where I've done, okay, this is it, it's done, I've done stuff. But you just have to know you are the prize. If you're feeling down, don't look at your phone. Turn your phone off. Don't look at social media. Don't do anything. Spend a whole day focusing on all the great things about you. Do things that you love. Focus on you. Don't worry about SP for a little bit. Trust that they're going to come back. I mean, all the people who come back from breakups and fights and third parties, and I mean, I've been through all of those with the same SP. So whatever you think they're thinking, they're thinking. Whatever you think they're feeling, they're feeling. So only think and feel lovingly and use your imagination to the best. As Neville used to say. Man, my nose is really stuffed. Yeah, deleting Facebook or like, there's not even going on any of them. I stopped going when I manifested this feedback. 2 weeks, no social media, all focused on this. And on top of that, what are you doing when you're scrolling? Brainwash. Negative. Same thing through TikTok. And they're giving you algorithms of things they think you'll like. And if you like one breakup thing or whatever, it's more breakup stuff. It's getting you into that state, you becoming that person. So only lovingly imagine and use your brain and imagination and stuff like that. And then picture with the world you want. You don't need social media. From now on, I'm only really going on it to do these lives with you guys where we're only having positive chats. And then when I'm doing this vlog stuff with SP, going on here to edit and then throw it up, and then that's it. And then reply to comments and stuff when we get a chance. And with my comedy and other stuff, it's like you just go on there to do that. So don't let yourself get brainwashed or flown into all that. Yeah, because Softy, that's your detachment. It's like right when you just lean back and relax and say, "All right, that's it." It's like I give up. I've got that too. I get that same movement because you don't care anymore. And then you get the attention. It's like, oh, maybe I do it. And what if I mess it up? I've already got it. And you get all into that state, and then now you're pushing them away because you're fearing losing them. So don't worry about it. Yes, and like Mark says, we are creators. I started noticing him again and again, and he started the same. But yeah, it's the same thing. It goes through a cycle. So you have to realize you don't need that person. Don't worry if they leave. Like that's where I'm at right now too. It's like a way to look at it too is sorry. The way to look at it too is I said this earlier on this live. I've already had my person. We've had an amazing for my case, or if you're trying to get an ex back. I've already had my person. We've had an amazing time together. I'm grateful for all of it. If this is as far as it goes, it's as far as it goes. With that, like, that's it. It was an amazing time. Now I'm not saying that you have to give up and fully get rid of them, but knowing that it takes all the pressure off. It's like okay, it's been beautiful. It was nice. Even if they're not there, my life is not going to end. It's not going to be horrible. They've added value to it. I've added value to their life. No matter what happens, everything is good. We're fine. If you think that helps, Softy, to take a day off, or maybe request a seat change or something like that, and just, or if it's easy, it could be hard for you. Picture yourself as if you guys were dating. It's no longer awkward for you or whatever. It's, hey, how you doing? You act like nothing's wrong. Act as if you are living in the world that you want to live in, and act like the person you want to be and the one who you believe that would deserve your SP. I'm not saying change your personality, but act as if it's already done. Like you don't have to go around like being too crazy about it, but like just act and walk and carry yourself like you've already done it. Yeah, work on self concept, and then in your imagination, everything like Neville said, imagination is causation. So whatever you imagine has to become reality. It just might take time. That's the problem. Is like no one can tell you when. I do know we have a success story from I think it was M. I haven't seen her alive in a while or in the comments, but she came in and told me about her success story where she timed it. Her SP came back in 25 days after watching my video about mine coming back within a month. There was a bit of a language barrier, but my assumption to that was that because she saw me do it and she believed it was possible. So believe it's possible, know it's possible because you see all these results. Look at all these success stories. Why is it everyone else and not you? So just take the importance off it. Exactly, yeah. Like Leon said, it's low self esteem, so we create unhealthy beliefs. Yeah, Softy, that's for sure birds before land. Uh, I would say that. And you don't have to accept their offers, you don't have to accept them. You just realize there's a little bit of a block or a time delay or something with why it's not him yet. But understand he's noticing that, or at least adopt that belief. He's noticing that all these other people want you now. And if it makes you feel good, go on a date with one another. But you don't have to do that. But if it makes you feel good, it's your life. It's your world. If you want to change up to someone else, you can. If you don't, then just wait for him. But don't or live as if you already have him. Live as if that you're changing yourself so you know you can get whoever the fuck you want. So don't worry about it's their loss at the end of the day. And they're going to realize it. Mine did 6 times. The second I feared, she was gone. Like to pretend I sent messages with her. I like that, Mark. That's pretty cool. Yeah, sending a message from your cat to your SP's cat and the message is relayed. And it will work because if you believe it works, it works. Like they do feel that message and that connection. I used to use the eavesdropping technique on my SP where I would picture her best friend telling her about how great I am and blah blah blah. And now I've been using it where she's telling everyone else how great I am and how she wants to be with me and open up and do more and stuff like that. Because everything that I pictured happened, but it was other people hyping me up for her. It wasn't her actual feelings. So whatever you picture, that's what happens. It's so strange. Like I would not be out here if I did not believe the law. But there are days like and times where I still think, oh, it's all bullshit. So you're gonna go through good days and bad days, but I've seen the results, and I know a lot of you have seen it in your own world too. This is super delayed, but the bill thing was when you asked anything manifested lately. It was actually paid off one of my school loans. It was supposed to be an exclamation mark. Oh, okay, yeah, okay, that makes more sense now. Yep. Yeah, that is a major victory and good manifestation. So, especially if it was something hard to do, I'm glad. My SP call her G loves me wholeheartedly. Hell yeah, she does, Leon. Hopefully, just enjoying the attention of others, but. I'm just enjoying the attention of them, but I only have my. Okay, yeah, then enjoy it and feel that, okay, if all these people want me, then he definitely does. And he's noticing, and he's going to get jealous, and he wants to make a move. Oh, nice. See, you got your early Christmas present and everything. So everything is working out in your favor. Like I said this earlier for anyone who hasn't been here since the beginning. Keep the affirmation. Everything always works out for me quickly and easily, and everything is happening fast. And no matter, these are all different ones, but no matter how bad things are, they're leading to better things. Because if you ever notice that when life's going down, 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 sometimes all those bad things wind up becoming flipped over and being a staircase for something better. I'm not going to continue this cigar. It wasn't worth the money. Shit. Died. Didn't even have to dye it out. It was already dead. That's awesome. I actually did that too. A picture of my old friend from high school wanting to talk more. 30 this year. Nice. I'm 25 now, and I pictured talking to my friend. He didn't invite me to his wedding or nothing, but we reconnected because of the Mexico trip. When I posted about on Snapchat, made him start messaging me, and he was happy to see that I was with my SP, but he didn't know the whole story and stuff like that, or about manifesting or anything. But yeah, it's funny. I actually did this. See, all of the stories, everyone as you pushed out, seems like everything is like related. Trying to fit this in there. You too, Leon. Have a good night, brother. And yes, have a great night sleeping with SP. And remember, it's already done. You got this. Trying to get this nasty ass cigar smashed up and into this water bottle. There we go. Anybody have any final like things? I'm thinking about finishing up soon because I got to take a pee. Finished up here with the cigars, but I did want to pop in. I promised I would talk about the trip. I have a video that I'm going to post tomorrow. It was supposed to be posted while I was on the trip, but it didn't render before I could. And I'm going to try and record something tomorrow as well. And I'm going to go through all the coaching client stuff too. My Instagram was put up by Inked earlier. It's Flex. I don't have any paper with me, but it's Flex_Lassiter, Lassiter. If you want to send me a message there, or go to mysticmanifesting@gmail.com. Send me something, and I'm going to try and set up coaching sessions with people and stuff like that. I do think I'm going to do the coaching. If I want to do like a Zoom call or something, or if you want to just ask a question, I could just answer it through Gmail. It should be pretty quick. I'm going to try. If you actually feel like you need to sit down and talk to me, I'll start doing sessions through Zoom and stuff like that. But if you have anything to ask now, can you make more videos like manifestation exercise, manifestation challenges to manifest tiny things or help with manifestation visualization techniques we could do? Oh yeah, no problem, Softy. Yeah, I want to do more videos. So I'll talk about other techniques tomorrow. I want to try and do one video tomorrow, plus post the other one. So hopefully maybe 2 videos will be up tomorrow, and then record a second one I could post the next day. I'm trying to go through a whole order of doing it because, like I said, I'm going to start this. I've decided I'm going to do this vlog thing with SP and picture her doing more time because I think she will want to do it, especially what she said. If she sees a lot of followers on it, that she's going to want to do it because she'll see that, yeah, we actually have a chance to make a living doing what we love, traveling, going around, and having fun with each other. And that will open her up to, I believe that that's like the segue to it. So I would like to have you guys there because you are my Manifesting Mystic family. So I'm going to keep continuing making videos for you guys here. Like, and if she ever asks, you guys are my life coaching clients, but not, we don't tell our SPs about our manifesting. And I'll still keep making my comedy videos and stuff with my brother, for example. I mean, it took me years where it was like convinced. But then guess what? I detached and I pictured my brother liked making videos with me. And now even today, he said he misses making videos with me. So that's, brother's a specific person. So like he loves making videos with me now. So I know SP will too. And all that hyped and stuff like that. So think I'll be cutting this short soon, but I'm thankful. If anyone has anything to write now before I get off, thankful that all you guys stopped in. I always have a great time talking to you guys. I'm gonna make some more videos and put all this. Thank you for your response. I think I'm behind and asking questions you've answered, but I'm glad you're willing to circle back. Yeah, sometimes it's a little bit behind with your stuff. Yep. But I do answer everything that I see that comes across here. I will answer. I know someone called me out and said I skipped their question before, but I didn't skip his question. It was just it didn't pop up. Or like with Peter's always gets retracted for some reason, so I don't know why. So I will see you guys probably tomorrow, or at least you guys will see me like Men in Black. I'll see you, but you won't see me. And they flashes the thing. If you guys have been hanging around long enough, you know I make a ton of movie references. But I think it's time for me to go get some rest. Good night, Mark. Yeah, I think it's time for you to get this rest. And I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Well, you guys will hear from me tomorrow. And if I get time, it will be around 11 p.m. Then I'll do another live. Good night, Aurora. All right, guys. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see ya. I'll try to do more lives too.